Good evening. Welcome to tonight's edition of the DHC Sports Show. I am your host for this evening, producer Virgil Brooks. And with me, as most of the time, we have Prospector Patrick, and Mr. Prophet has joined us, the influencer. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing well. How about you?
You know, I had a good day, especially compared to how yesterday went. So,
Well, like Ice Cube, today was a good day.
today was a good day. How about you, Eric? How you doing?
It'd be better if I could figure out all this technology stuff.
Ooh, look at him.
I mean, I
Look
kind
at
of
it.
want to be quiet so you can figure this out.
Uh,
Polly, how you doing?
He's trying to find the best light for himself.
That's right.
Yeah. What's up, Polly?
So as for the other two, they will join eventually. I do not know when. Ed's at some kind of function, and Donnie is Donnie I think's got a work thing.
No, Ed's learning to function.
Ed's learning the function. That's what it is.
Yeah. Wow, it's the first time he hasn't seen Mr. Mayor on stream. Uh-oh.
He must not be on here very often because Donnie's always gone. Do you think people literally break stuff, whatever he does? You think they do that on purpose? Because it seems like it happens a lot. Oh, there's a damage. I got to go out there and rewire stuff. Like, how does that always keep happening, like, constantly like that?
Oh, this is a great opportunity, but I'm trying not to make fun of everybody this week. That was a great opportunity, though. I'm going to resist.
Well, the answer is he pays the people to break it because it keeps a steady job flow going. So he just makes up the remainder.
That's one way I could answer it, but I'll let you. We'll just go with your answer.
Which tells me yours was probably a lot worse.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay.
it is. But I'm going to refrain.
Well, glad we don't have to worry about that. But before we begin, this show is sponsored by our friends at Old Fort Baseball Company. And guys, like I said before, and I'll say it again, if you want some quality shirts, especially the support local baseball shirts, the craft baseball shirts, one of my favorite ones, and even some of their Sandlot shirts, it's the place to go. Definitely recommend checking them out when you guys get a chance. I love all their items. I've got 2 of their shirts for sure. Looking probably at getting a few more. And of course, the good news is you don't have to pay full price for that.
What?
You get this. Yeah, you do. You do not have to pay full price. You, Mr. Prospector, do not have to pay full price.
Brent does.
What about? I was going to say, but what if my name is Brent?
Well, your name isn't Brent. That's the best part. You don't have to worry about it. And because your name is not Brent, you get 15% off with code Dad Hat. That's all it is, just Dad Hat.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, just 6 easy letters to type in and don't have to worry about it.
Ed's just hiding that to the Guardians' loss.
Should we be talking about teams losing and hiding after your performance against the Giants?
Ooh.
So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later tonight.
Ooh. Shots fired.
Honestly, I don't know why I came out guns blazing on that. I apologize, Mr. B. So
You do know.
yeah, you're right. I do know. So, but also that's not it for Old Fort. They also have their sticker club. Now, of course, if Mr. Mayor showed up on time, he'd be showing what the stickers would be. But each month you get a pack of stickers and a card that has QR codes to show what the stickers are about. Sometimes there are Sandlot teams, other times they're projects. One time it was a movie, like Donnie mentioned. That is usually $6. See, there's some stickers right there. Some beautiful, lovely stickers. I like those.
Yeah, these are not the sticker club ones per se, but these are some of the great stickers that come from Old Fort Baseball Co.
Now that is $6. But thanks for listening to the show. With the code DHC, you get it for half off for $3. That's a pretty good deal. So yeah, check out our friends over at Old Fort Baseball Co. Buy some merch from them.
That's a deal to stick with.
Absolutely. Well, I guess we will go ahead and start with that then. So, Mr. Influencer, what are you wearing and what are you drinking?
So today's hat is the retro Chicago Cubs with the Cubby Bear with the guitar. I went out to Wrigley this summer, and across there, across the street was a rally house. I didn't see this one, or maybe I did finally find it towards the end of the night at Wrigley inside the stadium, but I found this one across the street for, I don't know, 10 15 bucks cheaper. But it's the kind of baby blue with the retro Cubby guitar. Supposedly, and I think Michael's on, well, both Michaels are here that just commented, but Michael Sellers, amongst other people, have this on an ice cream helmet, and that's on the top of my list. I've asked around, and when I went to Wrigley, when Lynn was there with you guys, when Terry McCutcheon went after me, you guys before me, they didn't have the ice cream helmet. So if anybody has this logo on an ice cream helmet and they have an extra, send it to Wichita if you don't mind. So in addition to that, I have two, because they're not the tall boys tonight.
Oh, we're double fisting tonight.
I have Classic City Lager and then Tech Nine's Bulu. Love Bulu. Haven't tried this one before. Which one should I go with first?
I would go Classic City.
I'd go Classic City as well.
Okay. I'll go Classic City, start there, and then I'll go with Bulu. So Tech Nine is from Kansas City, and he teamed up with Boulevard and did a pineapple and coconut beer, and it's absolutely delicious. This was out probably 5 or 6 years ago, and then they just brought it back here recently just because it's been so successful. But yeah, Tech Nine and his collab with Boulevard Bulu is tremendous because I love pineapple, I love coconut, put it together in a beer, and it's fabulous.
Mix that with hip hop, and you're all set.
That's right. Tech Nine.
Tech Nine.
So with that beer, can you actually taste both flavors, or does like one start off, then you have the aftertaste of the other?
I feel more of a coconut. I don't get as strong as a pineapple flavor as I do coconut.
Okay.
But from Kona Brewing Company out of Kona, Hawaii, where my sister-in-law used to live, every time I'd go to Kona, I'd go to the Kona Brewing Company like 2 or 3 times. I've been there quite a few. They did one called Cocoa Brown, and that was just straight coconut, and it was the best coconut beer that I've ever had. I don't know that they're doing it much anymore, unfortunately. At least they're not sending it over, because you can get some Kona Brewing Company beers around, kind of their few of their mainstays, but some of the beers there, I wish they'd bring back. But yeah, I'd say more so on the coconut flavor, not as big with the pineapple, but it's still really good.
So is it coconut for 16 bars and then pineapple for 16 bars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Prospector, how about you? What are you wearing and what are you drinking?
Well, tonight I am wearing in honor of the AAA champions. We'll get into that, I am sure, at some point during the show. But I am wearing their Vice Night hat. So for Miami Vice, of course, and just trying to rep the AAA champions. And tonight I am drinking. Well, I'm double fisting, just not with alcohol. There's some water, and then I've got some sweet tea in the American League East champion Toronto Blue Jays Cup. So tonight, celebrating a few teams, champions of different types. So that's what I'm wearing tonight, and that's what I'm drinking.
Isn't it nice to know that your team is in the playoffs and they're not playing tonight?
It's glorious. Like the only thing I have to worry about right now is intra-squad like mini games that they're doing in Toronto this week. They're playing like basically like intramural type games with some of their players and bringing in people. It's been cool to see that they actually get a few days off to rest some guys up. Now, is that going to be an advantage in the next round? Maybe, maybe not. We've seen it work against teams too, but it is. It's nice. In this case, it's nice to see division rivals having to, fight hard against each other and send out their very best to try to, win the right to come to Toronto. I'm not used to that. I'm used to being the one fighting.
Right.
So it's really nice to be on the other side of it, and hopefully it plays to our advantage.
Well, I'm hoping to. I'd like to say considering it's between those two, the Blue Jays, I think they probably have a shot to move on. So,
well, I mean, they're going to have to earn it. I mean, it's not going to be easy no matter who they face, because I mean, we'll get into all the details, but I mean, they're going to have to earn it just like anyone's going to have to. I mean, it's not going to be a cakewalk for anyone, I don't think.
no. And we will save the baseball talk for when Ed arrives, because he has some opinions.
Well, like, that's presuming he's even going to show up. We don't know that he's even going to do that. So
We don't know if he's going to show up. We don't know if he's going to be sober during it. We don't know what to expect. In fact, we're kind of worried.
yeah, well, I mean, he's out there celebrating himself, so I don't know how much I trust that. So, I mean, a little suspect if you ask me, but whatever. Eric, just what shirt are you wearing? That looks cool. I saw a shirt that you were wearing, and it looks awesome.
So real quick before I get into that, apparently I was rapping too hard and shook up my it's all shook up my beer a little bit, so it not quite exploded, but got beer a little bit. So now my little kid's bedroom smells like a little bit of beer. So hopefully he doesn't mind when he goes to sleep tonight.
We've all gotten caught up in rap battles. Okay. I mean, when you, I mean, Virgil freestyles on the regular. I mean, rap battles in Huntsville all the time. I mean, it's a real thing.
So it is the Abilene Prairie Dogs. It was a t-shirt giveaway. Mr. McCutcheon grabbed one for me, and when he came here for the NBC Baseball World Series Around the Clock, gave that to me. So yeah, it's the Abilene Prairie Dogs from the Abilene Flying Bison.
That's a phenomenal shirt. Are we talking about Mike Bison?
Mike Bison, yep.
Man, what a great nickname. It really is. Although every time I hear that, I think of M. Bison from Street Fighter. It makes me think he's some kind of villain, and that just doesn't fit.
Oh, don't worry. Mike Bison would beat M. Bison in Street Fighter. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
They'd be fighting right in front of Abilene Christian, and then he would take him out. Yeah.
Virgil, did we play Street Fighter?
Yes.
So here in Wichita, we have the arcade, and Virgil, when he was here, we went to the arcade.
Okay, another place I didn't get taken. Fantastic.
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of places that you went to that he didn't. But
I mean, I was only
just something about Spangles, and I'm like, what was that? I don't remember that.
I was only the first one to come visit.
Look who it is, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Speaking of the villain or devil,
he's been much worse than a villain. Hey, listen, I've got mad love for Terry McCutcheon. I've got to tell you that. I love Terry McCutcheon.
Yes, I haven't met Terry yet. Hopefully next year that will change.
He's awesome. I spent 33 straight hours with him, no sleep, become a little delirious, but yeah. And then we actually met him prior time when he was in Wichita a year or so ago, a couple years ago. So got to meet up with him if you can. Really awesome person. Yeah. Knows a lot about
I love his wise words from a very wise man segment. I know he calls it simple words from a simple man, but I call it wise words from a wise man.
But
better copyright that before Donnie does.
That's right. Any Abilene baseball history you need,
I've got time.
He's your guy.
Yeah, I have enough free time to do that, Virgil, so I'll do that.
So you know what? We have to save that bit until he shows up to explain.
Oh, don't worry. Right up here.
Okay, good. Yeah, I have it ready too. So as for my hat tonight, my hat is the Lexington County Blowfish from the Coastal Plain League. This is their old version of the hat because there's the old logo right there.
That's
I was there last year, met Donnie there for a two-game road trip. We went there on the 3rd of July, and then 4th of July, we were in Florence Flamingos. So nice little CPL road trip there. And this is one of my favorite logos, like, period. Like, it's really kind of grown on me over the years. In fact, the first time I actually saw the Blowfish was at they were the opponent for the Savannah Bananas inaugural season.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the time, it's like, that's a weird name. And then when I saw the logo, it's like, okay, I got to keep track of that team. And then knowing Donnie, I think Donnie owns half the team. I'm not sure. We have to double check that. But yeah, this one's definitely kind of grown on me, and I absolutely love this one. This is one of my go-to hats.
And I particularly like that colorway because
Yes.
the all navy is fine. I mean, but when they got that alternate colorway like the one you're wearing, I think that's by far their best one.
Yeah, this was an instant buy because I don't have a lot of good lighter blue hats like this.
Yeah.
So definitely works out.
You gotta have a little powder blue to go in with the purple rotation.
Right.
So when we were in Donnie's neighborhood, the Columbia Fireflies got rained out, but then the Blowfish are closer to his house, and that game got played. So we should have just gone back over there. So I didn't get to see the stadium or anything, but they played that same night that we're at the Fireflies game. That we were there for, I don't know, a couple hours thinking they'd play, and then they eventually canceled it, so we didn't get to see it. And we have too many Michaels on here. Can one of you go by like Mike? One go by, I don't know, something, because we have 3 on here at least right now.
Well, we technically have 4 because we've got Michael Holsinger, we've got Michael Gorell, we've got Michael Sellers, and we have Michael Bison.
There you go. That's true.
So
so for Sellers, was it 3 years ago that you went to Oklahoma City? And I remember you sending your tentative itinerary, and the Wichita was on that schedule at one point, and then you just didn't show up. So I think I'm going to blame Michael for avoiding me. But yeah, unfortunately, he is one that I have not met yet. I didn't get up to Curve Brim weekend this year since I was in California. So yeah, unfortunately, Michael Sellers and I have not met, and neither has Holsinger or Gorell. So Bison's the only one of the 4 Michaels that I've met.
Yeah. Well, Sellers, have you noticed that Eric doesn't hold a grudge at all?
He's not the grudge holding type.
No, he's not.
Michael's just on here waiting for Ed to hop on so he can say his words and then hop off. Unfortunately, I had a lot of meetings this afternoon, and I will kind of get into it, but I didn't get to watch that game. I did go back to see some highlights and stuff, but and then by the time I got home, I only saw basically the 9th inning of the Cubs Padres game, and then I've been doing a little bit editing and then watching this other Red Sox Yankees game.
Yeah, I currently just got that on mute. I haven't really had a chance to. I was following the other 2 games along with Champions League, but I wasn't able to watch anything because it's payroll week, so I got to actually focus on work.
I'm excited to see the Reds play just because they haven't made it much. Plus, my guy Spencer Steer, CES Christian Encarnacion Strand, was recalled today by the Reds, but he wasn't on the wild card roster. He was in AAA, so I wonder, because I'm assuming doesn't the rosters expand when they go to the NLDS, NLCS, or are they the?
I don't know that it expands, but you can change the roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the Reds play. I don't know how well they're going to do. Is this a commercial? What am I watching?
And how do you know Spencer Steer? I don't really understand the connection. I'm
not sure. It's baseball tickets and hometown team and something. I'm not sure.
You mentioned Christian Encarnacion Strand. Like how in the world do you know these players?
Well, first of all, CES, and I'm not going to do it. I'll let you do it real quick.
What?
You're not going to do it for CES?
You're not going to do it?
I'm not going to do CES. Christian Encarnacion Strand?
Yeah, do it. Virgil, you do it.
Go Pokes.
Thank you.
Go Pokes.
Yeah, CES. I forgot. Yeah. But no, so both of them played here in Wichita for the Wichita Wind Surge before the Twins made the dumbest move ever and traded both of the 2 best hitters, or 2 of the best hitters at the time, for the Wind Surge over to the Reds organization for a bunch of no-name scrubs that aren't even playing for the Twins. And so obviously Steer, has been up with the Reds for a couple years, and then CES has been there off and on. I think he's been hurt quite a bit this year, and he's been with AAA, but I saw they recalled him today, but he was not on the roster for the wild card.
Man, I'm so relieved we talked about Wichita. I was afraid you were not going to work that in at all. So I'm really, really relieved.
Hey, I didn't know he was in AAA. So that was when you said that, I was kind of surprised.
Michael G, hold that thought until we get to football.
Yeah, we will start with football, but we've got two other things to go through first, and both of them are kind of football adjacent.
Oh, hey, we might as well just have her on.
Hey,
We don't
hey,
need.
it's the wise that we want.
I mean, there's an extra slot if you want to jump in. I mean, we're cool.
Yeah, it's the preferable wise. Hey, hello, Mrs. Mayor.
You can see, Patrick, your influence is spreading.
Go Pokes. Even when I get it wrong, go Pokes.
But before we begin, we have to go over two things. First, we have to go over picks. So I thought picks were going to be terrible for everybody because a lot of upsets happened during the time.
Terrible.
And they were not as bad as I thought.
So they were sort of terrible.
They were just sort of terrible. Okay, that was the wrong week. There we go. So we do have a clear winner.
Okay.
This person only missed 4 NFL games and got all their FCS picks right. So the winner of this week at 20-12, Mr. Influencer.
So you think, Patrick? So you think he made it where I would win, kind of throw it off his scent a little bit, and then he'll come back strong the next few weeks? Is that
I can't win with this guy.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting for you to say something. And here's the part that I love: you got every FCS game correct, and you've been the most vocal about not wanting to do these FCS picks, and yet you were perfect in getting them.
You were the only person that got all 3 right.
I think I went 0 for 3.
Well, that's
I went 0 for 3.
Oh, that's right. The Montana game.
He knew who was going to win. He had that insight, but he's like, I'm going to make it where I pick the wrong ones. That way they don't like stay on my scent here, you know.
Yeah.
Virgil,
there's not enough Excel macros that are going to get him to change his mind.
No. So I win, it's tainted. He wins, it's tainted. You know, it's just tainted everywhere.
That's right. We do family picks as well, just for NFL, and Mrs. Influencer thought that she was going to win this week, and she goes, when I win this week, I'm going to get a cat for the house. And I said, well, looking at your picks are terrible. You're not going to win this week. And she finished last. So sorry, no cat here.
Did you win that one?
Yeah, I won. It's me, Mrs. Influencer, Zach, and 128, 175. The 4 of us do picks.
So Virgil does picks too then.
That's right.
Fantastic.
But she changed her name to Eric is a loser. And then I did something kind because I'm a nice guy, and she changed it. Now it's Eric is not a loser. So you okay over there?
Man, didn't know we lied on this podcast, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, do you think we ever tell the truth here?
No. Well, apparently not.
Is it one of those situations where your heart grew 3 times bigger that day or something? Because usually that's like going to be a problem.
You're presuming there's a heart there to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brutal. The funny thing so in second place was Ed at 19-13. At third place was me at 18-14. Donnie was 5th at 17-15, and Patrick.
I knew I was going to be there. Did 14, I not say last week that I was going to be there?
Last week, and I was like, well, maybe he's just being hard himself. No, 14 and 18. No.
Listen, because I had to text you my picks last week, I saw how terrible I was doing with them, and I was like, am I even going to get one right? And then you're like, your only comforting words for me were, at least you didn't go 0-3 to start the weekend. And then I was like, I was 1-2, but then it just got progressively more terrible.
Can I interrupt real quick? So in between hopping on here and doing this part of the show that we've gotten so far, I have missed the last half an hour or so. Do we know how the Red Sox scored? Because last I knew it was 1-0. Now it's 2-1. Red Sox top 8.
Give me a second. I did.
Because they brought in Weaver. They pulled.
Yeah. Eaton doubled.
Oh, imagine that. Kansas City Royals excelling, just like Brad Keller got the save for the Cubs today. All the former Royals players are killing it.
Yeah.
In the playoffs. Freddie Fermin.
let's see. Yoshida drove in too, so I'm guessing it was either on the Eaton double or the Sogard double.
Yeah, so Sogard doubled and Raffaello was at third.
Okay, yeah. So Yoshida drove them in.
Okay, because
Yeah.
Freed was through 7 1/3, and they pulled him because he was over 100 pitches.
Yeah,
And then, I missed it because we're just now starting top of the 8th, so that must happen, in the top of the 7th then, after they pulled, because Luke Weaver was in.
And he gave up the runs.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the Yankees is this. If you can get through their starters and get to their bullpen, that's what you need to do. You just need to survive some of their top starters, and then once you get to that bullpen, then you've got every chance in the world to do well.
Yeah. I don't know if it's today, but if it is or if it's not, happy birthday, Ryan? Jordan? Okay. Happy birthday, Jordan.
And it is today. Rhonda, please tell Jordan we said happy birthday. Was it 2022?
Sounds about right.
Something like that. I think it's 22. So, Mrs. Mayor, please tell Jordan we said happy birthday from the show.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, that Bengals game was terrible. How about this? Do we think that Eric's terrible is getting more famous than Charles Barkley's terrible?
No, but I think it's getting to the equivalency of you doing Go Pokes.
No.
Oh no, nobody's ever gonna catch that.
It's not there yet. It's probably matching with like Bubich references, maybe.
With what?
With Chris Bubich references.
Well, either that or what about Donnie being rich? Because
that's taken a whole life form of its own.
Because I go overboard on all of them, admittedly.
Well, the last bit of go ahead.
But people embrace them, so that's everybody else's fault.
That is true. The last bit of housekeeping we need to do before we go on to our sports talk is, of course, speaking of terrible performances, let's talk about fantasy.
Oof.
So we only have one person solely in first place. It is not your boy. He lost. So Zach Beeson is first place, undefeated at 4-0. Then we've got 3 tied for 3-1 with me, Patrick, and Tom Thrash. Then we've got 5 people tied at 2-2. We got Kish, Eric Lichtenberg, Official League, Eric Profit, and Ed. Wow, why did I just blank on his name? And then
he's never here.
He's never here. You're right. And then 5 at 1-3, which is Zach Profit, Donnie Wise, Mike Bison, Darla, and Mrs. Mayor.
I don't know how Zach Profit's team is 1-3. Like he's got a pretty.
I am
good team.
shocked that team is 1-3.
He's had bad luck with who he's faced every week.
Would you like me to yell at him like I do when he pitches, and get him to like get a little bit better on his fantasy team?
Well, Zach Beeson's going to absolutely like annihilate my team this week.
Mrs. Mayor, so you said you have one extra year. You're not buying adult beverage until you're 22. Not when you're 21, but 22, unless they make it 22 in the state of South Carolina. Rhonda, weren't you like playoff team last year?
She finished in first place for the regular season.
Rhonda, what are you doing? Let's step it up.
The guy who doesn't watch football is undefeated. He doesn't watch football, but yet he has a team.
Right, and they choked against one of the worst teams in the NFL on Sunday.
Yeah, but Zach, you have a really, really good team. I won't even lie, and you are projected to absolutely annihilate me this week. So,
you know how many? Oh, let's go to Ontario. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm old enough now.
And what's up, Joe?
Let's get a taco shit and go to Ontario.
Yeah, shout out to the chat, by the way. Love it when everyone's contributing like this.
My team obviously has been decimated by injuries, but then this week, add on top of that, 3 different players have buys, so I'm literally projected to get like 3 points this week. So I have like no shot. My
2 best players are either out for the season, Malik Neighbors, or are on a bye, Josh Jacobs. So any chance I had against Zach has been soundly put to bed, and now I've got just the players that I've got, but it's going to be, it's not going to be good. So
Profit, I'm not buying it. You're going to beat me by like 20.
Am I playing you this week? Sorry, I haven't looked.
Yeah, you're playing me this week.
And I will also add the player that you brought in as an emergency replacement, Kenneth Gainwell, had quite a good week.
Yeah,
Very
no,
good.
he had, but then he's on bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvin Austin's on bye. McManus is on a bye. Kraft is on a bye. Steelers defense, which they started out pretty good until they let the Vikings come back. So I got most of my entire team's either injured or on bye this week. But
Yeah.
Rhonda, let's talk. You want to revamp your team? Let's do a trade here, Rhonda.
Yeah, wait till next week for that.
No, we can do it right now. It's okay. There's no need to wait. Let's look.
Let's go ahead.
3, scoring the least amount of points. Yep. Mahomes, Kamara, Pacheco, Brown. Oh yeah, she has Pacheco, AJ Brown, Cooper Kupp. Yeah, Rhonda, you need to redo your team.
Yeah, but in her defense, there's a lot of those picks that you're like at the beginning of the season, you're like, okay, that could work.
Yeah, they sound good.
Yeah, and then it's just the way the season's played out so far, which it's been a really weird season so far. They just who saw Derrick Henry struggling like he has. I mean, there's several examples of guys that you thought were going to be big point getters, and then they just haven't panned out.
Yeah, I don't see really anybody on her lineup that I want. So sorry, Mrs. Mayor, never mind.
Yeah, it's really luck of the draw, isn't it?
Yeah, I can see why you're last. No offense, but actually a lot of offense.
A lot of offense. Well, I mean, do you want to go ahead and get your Roundabout 14 team draft season? Or sorry, fantasy season?
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody to pick. Well, like Patrick just said, I guess technically with Kenneth Gainwell, I picked him up this week and he had a monster week in Dublin. Still didn't matter because I still got beat pretty bad. But yeah, that was a good pickup. But then as soon as he had a good week, of course, now they're on a bye. So,
well, but you always have a knack for picking up someone on the waiver wire and then they absolutely take off. You seem to do that all the time. So you've got a good eye for the waiver wire about who the right people are to pick in a given week.
Well, because what's funny is my work fantasy, we've been doing it for 18 years now. And I felt like my team this year is not as good. I got blown out the first week, but then I've won 3 straight. So I'm 3-1 in my work league, and my team, I mean, I guess is obviously fine, but I've done enough to win. I did start Dak, which was a huge plus. Because in that game, that game was wild, especially the second half. I stayed up till 11 p.m. Central Time to watch a tie, but we'll get into football here and whenever.
Actually, let's go ahead and just jump right into that game. Because I will say this, as somebody who had Romeo Doubs on the bench, I was not happy about that.
Why would you do that?
I don't blame you because
a hat trick, right?
Yeah. But and Eric, you can speak better to this, but Jordan Love spreads around his passes. I mean,
he does, but our top 2 wide receivers are out, so Dobbs is the primary target.
Yeah, but you also have Tucker Kraft. You also have
he had that one good week 2, I think, and then he's been okay, but he hurt his knee.
Week 3.
Oh, sorry, I just read Zach's comment. Yeah, so Matthew Golden was returning a punt and did a spin move and just got absolutely annihilated. So he said he saw that play. And then he did another thing where he got hit pretty hard too. But yeah, that was not a wise move to do that spin move when Matthew Golden got blasted. So
yeah, I was going to say Matthew Golden's another big target.
He had a huge, and to give a lot of credit also to Jordan Love, huge 4th down pickup that could have potentially ended the game right there in overtime. But he still hasn't had last week against the Browns. He had one where if he would have somehow stopped his body enough to curve up the sideline, he would have scored, and that would have put the game out of reach basically. Mm-hmm. But he just let his momentum carry him out of bounds. It looked like from where he caught it. Now, obviously, he's going pretty full speed. A lot of people felt like he could have stopped enough or closer on a dime where he could have turned upfield. But he's still only 4 games in. So as a rookie, he'll figure some things out. So we have a bye this week, which is super early, but hopefully, they'll figure some things out. And, week 8, 9, maybe he'll start And by then, I don't know how quickly at this point that Jaden Reed will be back, because he not only
Collarbone,
broke
right?
his collarbone, but he had foot surgery.
Oh,
And so they had something they weren't really talking about. And they said, well, while he was getting one surgery, he had the other, so that he may be out a little bit longer than what they anticipate. I don't know this timetable to return. And then last year, Christian Watson tore his ACL at the end of the season. They anticipate he'll be back at some point. So maybe when both of them are back, that'll free up Matthew Golden a little bit more. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
and that was the best Josh Jacobs has looked all season.
Yeah, he really got it going finally.
Emmanuel Wilson looked good too. Emmanuel Wilson looks like he
Mhm.
might be a viable option to take some of the workload off of Jacobs.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I felt for as much as I hate the tie, I was more pleased by it because I didn't think we deserved or played well enough to get the win, at least defensively. And so it was better that we didn't take the loss, because right now we're 2-1-1, which obviously is better than the Bears and the Vikings, who are 2-2. But then we're still a game back of the Lions at 3-1, or technically half game back. But Jordan Love looked really good. He made some really great decisions. He had that one fumble, but not a lot you could do with that because the offensive line's been banged up. He had the drive where he took them down, took the lead with 1:45 to go, and then took him down and kicked the game time field goal at the end of regulation, and then took him down and had kind of a bad sequence there at the end, but luckily threw the ball where it hit somebody and landed with still 1 second left, because they said if it went out of the back of the end zone, it would have been, by the time it hit the ground, it would have been timeout, but it hit the back of a defender and left 1 second on the clock, and then we kicked it. So he led them to basically a go-ahead and 2 game-tying field goals under 2 minutes and in overtime. So I thought Love looked really good, but then so did Dak. So, and I don't understand, like, how is Green Bay's defense as good as they were the first 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden they just disappear? Now, you got to give credit to Pickens, because he went to Pickens. I don't know if he had CeeDee Lamb, if that would have maybe not, because he, trying to spread the ball a little bit, but whereas he could focus just on the one guy. But I thought Dak looked really good. Pickens had a monster game, like 135 yards, approximately 2 touchdowns. Had that one late where he came back to the ball as Dak just threw it up. He was in the end zone and ran back to it at like the 4 and caught it, and then had another really good catch right there. So, I mean, Dallas, to their credit, played really well. So as much as I hate ties, I think we more than likely could have lost that game. So I'd rather take the tie than a loss on that one.
So each team gets a point, right? So
yeah,
that's how that works. Yeah, I can kind of see the feeling about. I feel like neither team really deserved to win that game.
Yeah, I mean the part for me was just that the Packers were lucky to get that tie, as you were saying, Eric, because that 2-minute drill, or that 1 minute drill where they wasted like 15 seconds on the clock at the very end where they were trying to win it, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, it was frustrating, and I can't imagine as a Packer fan how that felt. But
yeah,
I mean,
that screen to Matthew Golden to the right side wasted too much time. I don't know why you wouldn't throw to the end zone. And then, they weren't trying to get really a playoff, and they thought maybe they could sneak one in there and catch that touchdown right before end of overtime. But I'm going to go ahead and disagree on Joe in terms of how they should settle it, because at this point, I just want to get rid of all kicking, no punting, no field goals. Just, you have to go for it on 4th down. You have to go for a 2-point conversion, because there's been so many blocked kicks this year. Punts, mostly field goals, but blocks, punts as well.
Yep.
If we're talking about block kicks, the Bears beat the Raiders on a block field goal to end the game. It's like there's been so many so far this year, and it's like, guys, what are we doing with the kicking game? Like, at this point, I'm just.
Didn't the Eagles win one too?
Well, so they were ahead last week against the Buccaneers. They were ahead as Tampa Bay was getting ready to kick the go-ahead field goal, blocked it, and then so they extended their lead. I don't think this week. I think they just won. The Eagles won straight up. But
against the Rams.
At this point, I'm over the kicking game, and I just want to get that out of the league and just go for it.
See, I'm a fan of ties because I feel like there's certain games that you see that really there should be a winner. Both teams either played bad, no one deserves it. So a tie is really the answer. In fact, there should be more ties in every sports. Every sport should have a tie. But Patrick.
Yeah.
Is Donnie Mitchell the most hated man in Indianapolis right now?
I would say he probably is. That completely changed the game. I mean, the Colts only had themselves to blame for that loss. How do you get to the 1 yard line and fumble it and then create a touchback for the Rams? Like, he was starting to celebrate before he got to the end zone and he dropped the ball. I mean, that's.
Can we talk a little bit more about that? Let's not say if you fumble it through the end zone, it's a touchback. Like, move it back, keep it with the offense. I don't like that ruling.
Yeah, I don't either, but still,
especially if the defense doesn't cause it. If you cause it on your own, now if you're just kind of showboating or whatever, which I don't know that he technically was, but
it looked like he was just trying to switch his hands.
Maybe that's what it was, but it's still embarrassing. I mean, it's and listen. Guys can make mistakes and, he'll have to learn from it. I mean, that's just one of those things that I don't want to sit here and just, completely have a go at him, but I will say this. I do think it was significant enough that it changed the game. And it certainly swung momentum in the Rams' favor.
Well, there was that one, and then apparently the one I did not know about until after the fact was on the Taylor run that he caused, I guess, a holding on that.
Yeah, he did have a holding on that. Yeah. So there's two those two errors cost the Colts the game. Now, there's also contributing factors like I don't know, Stafford's 80-yard pass with blown coverage in the secondary. Like what was that, an 80-yard pass to the Rams receiver for a touchdown? I mean, you win as a team and you lose as a team at the end of the day, but those were two critical errors that the Rams took advantage of, and they got a big win at home. But I really do believe the Colts could be sitting here 4-0 if they hadn't committed those two, if those two errors hadn't occurred.
Yeah, like so when we were texting about it, my jaw dropped when that happened. I thought it was I knew it was going to go back and forth. I thought the Colts had the edge, but like I said, I'll take that win.
No, the only thing I take heart from is the fact that the Colts kept it close, and that they can compete with teams outside the AFC South. So I still am. While I'm disappointed in the loss, I take heart that we're not a completely horrible football team. I mean, we've got a halfway decent team. Do I think we're an elite team? No, but I'm just happy that we're a team that I really do think can fight for the division this season. So,
well, considering that a lot of the projections had them maybe third or fourth, that's definitely a big jump for that. So
yeah, it surpassed my expectations so far.
Why would you do that? So they just brought in Chapman, I'm assuming to get a 4-out save, but he threw over a third time to try to pick up Volpe and didn't get it. So because of that rule, then he got second automatically. There's a 12% chance or less that you're going to pick somebody off of first. So just worry about the hitter. I don't get that.
I don't need I don't need Chapman to blow it now. Like when's the last time they gave up a run? Like 3 years ago?
Well, now that you say it, tonight.
Gonna give up a run tonight. Phil, thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing good tonight.
But I want to talk about, we're talking about being 4-0. If we got rid of our kicking game, we'd be 4-0 because we had the missed field goal and then let them go down and kick the field goal against the Browns. And then we had essentially being a tie game, we had a blocked extra point taken back for 2, so a 3-point swing where we could have potentially won by 3. So as I go back to saying I want to get rid of kicking, we could potentially be 4-0 as well, but instead we're 2-1-1. Could very well could be 4-0 if we didn't have special teams, because our highest paid special teams in all of the NFL is probably, I think he's the third worst special teams coach out there, or our team is 30th overall in special teams.
Mm. You still got a good team, though.
Hopefully we beat bye week this week.
I don't know. For us being an Oklahoma State fan, bye week's pretty tough. I think I thought that was gonna land.
They almost ran into each other.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Patrick.
Yes, sir.
This does not pertain to this week, but you gotta learn a new name in the Browns rotation coming up. This man, Flacco, looked pretty bad yesterday, or not yesterday, Sunday against the Lions.
Are the Browns not the gift that keeps on giving? I mean, I get to officially add another QB to that illustrious list of Browns QB since 1999.
It just doesn't stop.
Well, I mean, so Dylan Gabriel, come on down, because apparently the price is right. So, and don't we still have one Bailey Zappi that's now still on their practice squad?
Yes, Bailey Zappi is still there.
Love that. And maybe Shador Sanders will wind his way into a start at some point this season. Who knows? But yeah. What do they say about the Browns? What's that famous one? We are who they thought they were.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Being objective here, I think they needed to do something, because I could have told you from watching Flacco with the Colts last season, something's off. I'm not saying he's done. It's just that it's looking like it, though. Unless something shapes up, he's looking like a guy that can't get a starting job.
Right.
And if you're Kevin Stefanski at this point, you have nothing to lose. You're kind of like the Giants. It's like you might as well throw they're throwing Jackson Dart out there to see what happens. You might as well do that with Dylan Gabriel if that's your backup quarterback, and see what he's got.
It worked for the Giants.
It did.
They beat the Chargers.
Yep, it did. So, and Dylan Gabriel has talent. But we'll see if that translates to being a starter in the NFL.
Yeah, he'll be all eyes on that for sure.
100%. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how he does. In all seriousness.
Yeah, I followed the Giants game just to see how Dart was going to do, and
he looked good.
He did look good. He did get knocked out for concussion protocol, and I did text Patrick thinking that Jameis Winston was going to come in, but it was Russell Wilson instead.
Yeah, you got my hopes up that I was going to see a national treasure.
And, I thought so too, and I just completely deflated when that happened.
Did you see that replay where they just showed Cedon Rafaela just looked at him like, did you seriously just run right in front of me and catch that? He just mean mugged his right fielder.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and in a tight game like that, to have a close call like that, that can decide a series sometimes. That can swing momentum. So,
yeah.
You almost lost two players right there.
Yeah.
If they collided.
Well, not only that, but you also put yourself in a position to lose the game.
Yeah.
It's, so.
So,
David Bednar.
What's wrong with the Ravens?
Well, now they're without a quarterback for 2 to 3 weeks, but beyond that, and I picked that one. Obviously, I picked K-State as well for Samantha and the Chiefs. But yeah, I watched that game because I was interested to see, and I wouldn't say the Chiefs are back yet, but they looked really good. But yeah, they have, wide receivers. Isn't typically Zay Flowers usually pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Andrews. So they have the pieces, and then obviously you have Henry. Obviously the defense, maybe.
They didn't have Henry. They only ran Henry 8 plays. He had 8 rushing attempts. That was it.
Yeah. I'll put it this way: it's a lot of the same players from last year. It's just they're not playing up to the level that they played last year. And I think you're right, Eric. I blame the defense. I mean, it starts ever since that Bills game where they blew that lead. Remember the Ravens put up what 41 that week, 40 that week, and then the Bills put up 41. I mean, your offense is not going to be able to put up, unless you're the Lions from the last 3 weeks, you're not going to be able to put up 40 every week. Most teams can't do that. But you definitely aren't going to win a lot of games if your defense is giving up 40 every week.
Regarding the Lions, obviously they looked pretty bad in their first game without both coordinators against Green Bay, but since then, they've looked pretty good. So do you think it is more of the head coach? Obviously he runs the whole show, but I felt like they were so good with Ben Johnson, maybe not quite as good with whatever their defensive coordinator was.
Aaron Glenn?
Was it Aaron Glenn?
Yeah.
Obviously both new this year, but the lone mainstay is the head coach, and they're after that first week where they looked bad and thought maybe they wouldn't be as good with the two new coordinators. They've looked, especially this past week, they've looked really, really good.
Yeah, they looked like the Lions last season. Go ahead.
It's also the first week because didn't the Vikings win kind of convincingly the first week after JJ McCarthy came back in the fourth, and they're thinking, they turned around, and then look how they're doing right now.
Well, but for me, it's a larger sample size with the Lions. It's been 3 weeks now. They played what I still think is a good Packers defense. I know that didn't show up in the Cowboys game, but I still think it's a good Packers defense. I mean, you can't have a defense with Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary and say it's a bad defense. You just can't. I know it's more than two players that make a defense, and Eric, I'll let you comment on that further because you know them much better than I do. But when you've got two playmakers like that, I'm not going to sit here for 1 week and say that all of a sudden they're a bad defense.
Yeah, we'll see if they figure some things out. That I didn't see as much from Parsons and Gary as I thought I might, because I thought if they would double team Parsons, then that would leave Gary open. But we still again scored 40, so give us credit offensively, but giving up those 40 to their defense, or to Dallas on defense for the Packers is just no. Obviously, I felt like there's a few plays there where they were holding Micah, especially at the end. They weren't calling. He did make a monster play where he potentially saved the game right at the end, where he ran from the complete right side of the line of scrimmage all the way, followed Dak and caught him from behind, and it was technically registered as a sack, but he would have gone right into the end zone to score a touchdown. Then Green Bay would have had to score a touchdown, which, speaking of which, just to jump into that real quick. So this was, I think, the first overtime game this year, wasn't it? Or at least anybody remembers. And so
I think there's been another one. Didn't Tampa Bay go to overtime?
I think Tampa Bay Falcons went overtime.
Tampa Bay Falcons went overtime week 1.
Arizona, Seattle almost went overtime, but they got a field goal at the very
end. And I was didn't Dallas and New York Giants went overtime as well.
Okay, well,
yes, that game.
Nobody watched those games anyway. So this was like the first time that we got to see.
It only matters if it's your team.
That's right. Got to see the new overtime rules, where normally it's been if the first team scores a touchdown or a field goal, the second team gets it. But if they score a touchdown, then it's over. But both team gets to possess the ball. So I think I like that. But because of that, I guess not necessarily because of that, but only playing 10 minutes, I feel like is a short amount of time. If they maybe expand it to like 12, give a couple extra.
I don't maybe that like a regular quarter.
Yeah.
So Eric was right. No one did see the Tampa Bay Atlanta Falcon overtime game because it never happened.
See?
Really?
Yeah, they won in regulation.
I thought you were going to say it was because John Cena was there.
No.
Okay. But am I right in saying the Giants and
Cowboys did go overtime?
Oh yeah, for sure. Nobody saw that game.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I know that is because that's the one game Elite Neighbors had that was a huge game this year.
Everything not anymore.
I know. Trust me. I'm feeling the pain. Yeah.
Are there any teams that we've not talked about yet? That
How about the
look-
Bengals? Are they even a team right now? I mean,
No,
I understand
no,
that Joe Burrow's not there, but Jake Browning, what's going on? Because I mean,
you would think
with Bengals fans, I think Bengals fans would have preferred that Zach Taylor just stayed in Denver and didn't make the trip home with the team, because did it look like they just kind of gave up? I mean, it kind of looked like they punched their time card and they're like, yeah, we're good. I mean, didn't Jamar Chase even kind of made reference to that at the game?
Yeah, I definitely get the feeling that they gave up. But even with, I know one of the games that Burrow did play, they did not look electric in that game.
No,
So
they looked bad pretty much all season, despite having a couple of wins.
Because, I mean, they beat the Jaguars 31-27. They beat their first game was against the Browns 17-16. And then Vikings lost.
That ain't saying much.
No, it's not. So, yeah, I don't know what to make of it. It seems like unless you had your whole offense built around Burrow style of play,
yeah,
and it just falls apart, then I mean that's not a good strategy. You have to at least be able to adapt in some way.
There's a little insurance. Yeah, Phil, I'd almost. Why not? Or sorry, not Phil. I saw Phil's comment, but actually, Michael Wilson to the Bengals. I mean, he's better than Browning. It's not that great, but
yeah. So the Steelers.
I mean, who's gonna? I mean, I wouldn't count 100% out the Ravens, but now with Lamar out, they may be close to being done. So yeah, I mean, Steelers. I mean,
listen, Mike Tomlin strikes again, man.
But boy, A-Raj, 4-time NFL MVP.
Yeah,
looking
and honestly, the running backs haven't been bad. The rookie, and Kenneth Gainwell, been pretty good.
They got rid of Pickens to Dallas, but then got DK Metcalf, and he had a monster catch in Dublin. And yeah, I mean, at this point, that division,
they're a decent team.
You got the Browns, who are pretty bad. You got Ravens and Bengals that don't have quarterbacks. So yeah, I mean, you got to bye this week, but beyond that, I think Steelers have a good shot of winning the division, at least early. Still is early, but
I would think they would have a chance to kind of put it out probably before the later half of the season, honestly.
Yeah.
The way they're going.
Yeah.
And I agree the offense seems to definitely be getting it together a little bit more.
No, I kind of like that offense now, and I did not say that to start the season. Another game and Virgil, I think you and I talked about this at some point, or maybe it was on yesterday's show that we made reference to it. That Bills Saints game.
That game surprised me.
What a weird game that was.
It was 31-19 the final, but Saints hung around until it took a lot of desperation from the Bills to win that game. And I don't know if that's just Saints giving them the best shot because, I mean, Spencer's scoreline.
Yeah.
It was only 126 for one touchdown, so it's not like it was a ball-out kind of game.
Well, if you're in the Bills locker room, do you feel like this is a failure because you allowed Spencer Rattler-led team to stay in the football game? Is that just you kind of go home with feeling like you failed even though you won?
I feel like you do have to ask questions. How did this game become so close?
Right. Well, I mean, clearly you can see which team is better. I mean, with the talent that's available to each team. I mean, in New Orleans, there's not much. I mean,
because it was 21-19 in the fourth.
Yep.
So yeah, that's kind of.
And Josh Allen sometimes takes a long time to get going in a game, and what I mean by that is it can take 3 quarters, and then he can show up sometimes in the fourth quarter and he can throw for 3 touchdowns. But there are those games
in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. You what?
Speaking of showing up in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, let's talk about his team, the Jaguars, played pretty well. How about his pretend team? Absolutely got annihilated by the New England Patriots.
I do not know how I feel with the Jags being 3-1. Like, it's not like they've stumbled across all their games. They looked very convincing against the 49ers. But it's this that offense still bothers me. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Who is that wearing Trevor Lawrence's jersey, by the way? Because it's not Trevor Lawrence.
I think Mac Jones, maybe.
Possibly.
Hey, Cohen's doing his thing. It's gonna cycle through, and they're picking it up week by week. They got a Monday night game coming up this week. So
didn't Donnie pick the Jaguars to win this week too? That's the crazy part. Did you make a pick for them, or did you pick the Niners, Donnie?
I think he picked Niners. I need to check that.
I thought you did something for the content and picked the Jaguars for some reason.
I don't know.
No, he picked Jaguars.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he did pick the Jaguars.
Okay, yeah.
I remember
okay.
Because I remember he did the classic Donnie in that he was praising the Niners, and then he said, "But I'm going to take the Jaguars."
Well, I think I went with the Jags too because I wasn't sure about Purdy. They've had Kittle's out. They've had a lot of other injuries and stuff. I was like, you know what? This is just one of those games where Jaguars could go out west and get a win. And they were starting to look better. So
yeah, Purdy did come back, and he had 2 picks. So I don't think he was really ready yet. So that's kind of – and they're still – God, they have so many injuries. It's the 49ers. Because Purdy, I think, is back in. Purdy didn't practice. Prasad didn't practice.
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings came back, got smashed on a 2-point conversion. He's out again.
When does Brandon Ayuk come back? Is it week 6?
I think week 6, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, supposedly week 6.
That's the earliest he can be back.
The only person that's healthy is the one that's usually injured.
Yeah, exactly. How you like that? Classic City Lager, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a standard lager.
Right, exactly. That's the beauty of it. It's made by a good craft brewery, and it's just a blah lager.
Well, the good thing, still better than an IPA, right, Eric?
All day.
There is an all-day IPA if you want to try.
I was getting ready to say all-day IPA is a fantastic one.
No, there's nothing fantastic.
No, I was going to say.
IPA and fantastic don't go together.
Well, I was going to say, and by the way, when you say all day, is that like a ... It's trash? All day it's trash?
Donnie probably would have liked that. He can't hear now. Watch the road. Don't worry about us, Donnie.
Yeah.
Rhonda wants you to get there safely. Widmer Brothers Brewing Company had the Widmer Burr years back. Tasted worse than grass. It was the absolute worst beer I've ever tasted. I'm sure Donnie would have loved it.
Was that an IPA?
I'm sure it was, but I was doing the Old Chicago mini Christmas beer tour, and it's funny because a couple guys that I went with are huge beer fans, and they even had struggled getting it down. And I was like, I just got to finish this. So I chugged it, and then I was looking for something to wash it down with. Literally had nothing on our table, no water, anything except a cup of cheese for the pretzel that we had. So I chugged the beer cheese after that beer because it was so bad.
Well, you know how you make an IPA at Christmas? You just take the tree trimmings and put some carbonated water in it, and then you've got an IPA.
You just pour it in the base of the
100%.
tree or throw it in the trash.
Yep. That's how you make an IPA at Christmas. Yep. And not even the good tree trimmings, like the really bad tree trimmings. So.
Which that'll be coming up soon, where I do the 12 days of beer miss with a friend from work, and we both blindly drink 6. We each have 6 different beers, and we do that 12 days leading up to Christmas Eve. And so I have an Instagram for that, and we'll follow along if you guys want to.
Yeah, isn't it like the last 3 months of the year when 50% of your 25 Instagram accounts come back to life?
No, just that one.
Just that one?
Yeah.
What about E-Rock socks? E-Rock's hats?
Well, if you guys send me socks or send me hats here to Wichita, I'll put them on my Instagram any day of the year you want me to.
Oh, look at him! He's asking for free stuff again. Oh wait, it's a day of the week that ends in day.
I mean, what's wrong with that? Care of the influencer, Wichita, Kansas, send some any socks, any fun socks, sports teams or beer or anything, any hats, Here they come. 2 on, nobody out. Trying to get Chapman to do a 4-out save, and he's struggling.
Yeah, this is where you overthink in the playoffs. You overmanage.
Kershaw had like 117 pitches. Like, I'm surprised he was in as long as he was.
No, well, I'm talking about the 4-out save.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like they put themselves in that predicament.
Yeah.
To put him
Now, bases loaded. Oof.
The Cubs you're way ahead of us then.
You're way ahead of us, yeah.
The Cubs had
Be quiet.
14, 15 straight hitters that didn't reach. I mean, their bullpen was lights out.
Let me see if there's anything else. There's not really. Eric, is there anything you want to talk about with penalties this week?
Yeah, I'm going to try to watch this, see how this game ends up. But yeah, I'll talk about that. Go ahead and throw me on by myself.
Oh, this is a solo thing. All right.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's talk penalties, okay? Specifically, I was watching the KU Cincinnati game. I was watching the Green Bay Dallas game. Probably even if I had to guess, the Notre Dame Arkansas game. Patrick, if we have a legal shift on the offense, how many yards is that?
A legal shift. Is that 10?
I think it's 5.
Is it 5? Okay.
5.
I can remember.
Defensive pass interference, how much is that?
Defensive pass interference?
Well, I guess it depends on. Okay, how about roughing the passer?
Are we talking college or are we talking?
Sorry, that was a bad one. How about roughing the passer?
15 yards.
Okay, so you mean to tell me a 5-yard illegal shift on the offense versus a dude that absolutely annihilates the quarterback? A 5 versus a 15 is offsetting. There is nothing, absolutely nothing offsetting about those penalties. If you have a 5-yard penalty and you have a 15-yard penalty, those do not offset. Quit telling me, oh, offsetting penalties, redo the down. No, if it's 15 yards on the defense, 5 on the offense, give the offense those 10 yards difference. Otherwise, if it's a 10-yard penalty for holding on the offense and a 5-yarder on the defense, move the offense back 5 yards. If it's a 5-yard penalty versus a 5-yard penalty, those are offsetting. A 15 and a 5 are not offsetting. That drove me nuts this weekend. Every time they're like, oh, that play didn't count. It was an offsetting penalty. Stop with the offsetting. 5 is not the same as 15. Penalties do not offset if they're not the same level of severity. You can basically injure a guy, get a 15-yarder, and then the other team has a false start. Oh, that offsets. Let's just redo the down. No. Let's make the difference up between the two. Absolutely ridiculous. Can't stand when they call those offset or offsetting when they're truly not offsetting penalties. So that's all I have.
That's very practical, and I actually agree with you on that.
I agree with you too, and that's well said. Listen, it's not very often that you go on a diatribe about something, so go after it when you feel like it. I like it.
I sent you that text right after, I think it was probably the Cincinnati KU game, if I remember.
Yep.
And that happened, and I'm like, why those are not offsetting? They're not the same level of severity.
And particularly with how that game ended.
Of course, Stanton would strike out. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, there was some other issues in that as well, but KU just cannot finish one score games. But yeah, I understand if you have like a illegal shift, 5-yard penalty, that's fine. Defensive holding, 5-yard penalty, 5 yards versus 5 yards, 10 yards versus 10 yards, that's fine. Those can offset. If there's different levels of severity of the offense, oh, sorry, illegal motion, whatever, offsides, something that doesn't match up between the two different levels of severity, those should not offset. Because just because I had one little tiny mistake versus your egregious, like absolutely menacing error, defensive pass interference, which they should have called on the guy, I think it was Bland going against Dontavian Wicks on that last drive. That was pass interference, didn't call it.
Yeah.
Then that absolutely horrendous intentional grounding that they didn't call because they said somebody was in the area. I was closer in the area to that football than anybody on the field was. There was literally no one in the area. They didn't call it intentional grounding.
Mm-hmm.
So, Donnie, I don't know if you heard all that, but I say that offsetting penalties should basically only be if they're the same variety, like 5 yards versus 5 yards or 10 versus 10. When you have a 5-yard
agree.
illegal shift, oh, you did hear? Okay.
No,
thought
I
you
didn't
had
hear
one.
that. No, I agree with you, but I didn't hear it. I had a call
Okay.
come in for the guy I'm going to work for. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Like-
Yeah. So, like, if you have a 15-yard roughing the passer and a 5-yard illegal shift, those are not offsetting. Like, roughing the passer is way worse than an illegal shift. Like, you got to, I would say, and this basically what my brother was saying. He said, if the 5-yarder versus a 15-yarder and the 15-yarder's on the defense, then give those 10 yards to the offense. But if the offense has a 10-yard holding and the defense has a 5-yard penalty, move the offense back 5 yards. Like, just split the difference. Like, I don't.
You know, you guys might be too young to remember this, but I know like back in the 80s, maybe even early 90s, they used to, before they called so many offsetting, if there were 2 penalties like that, they would mark off one penalty, put the ball down, and then they would mark the other. So they would walk 15 yards one way and walk 5 yards the other way to officially mark them off. And I think for time's sake, they got away from that and started deciding, well, if they had a penalty and they had a penalty, it's just going to offset each other and we'll start over. But I agree with you. They're not the same penalties.
Yeah, penalties versus penalties. Okay, whatever. They both have penalties. Those should offset. No, it should be depending on the severity of the penalty, where if one's, again, if it's the same level of like a 5-yard little petty penalty, whatever. But if it's one's a 15-yard personal foul versus a little 5-yarder, those don't offset. Give the whatever team had the lesser of the two, give them those 10 yards, whatever difference there is there.
I've never understood why a false start was a 10-yard penalty on the offense and offsides on the defense is only 5.
Right. And I guess another thing is when they call multiple penalties, let's say on the defense, you'll always see them decline one and then accept the one that's going to get them more yards. Why can't they have both? Give them the 15 yards plus another 5. I mean, if they're going to cheat and do 2 different penalties, why do we have to decline one and take the better of the 2? I don't. The only thing, so, I thought, with that, Terry, I kept thinking about false start, but false starts, they're usually going to call that play dead. Sometimes
did I have that backwards as a false start? One of them's 5, one's 10, and they don't seem.
They're both 5.
They're both 5.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm thinking of something totally different. Sorry, my bad.
Maybe back in the 1860s, maybe it was 10, but they're both 5.
If you have an illegal shift, they're going to probably let it play out and then call it. But if you have a false start, they're just going to blow it dead. But any that they go ahead and let them play through to the end of the play. But yeah, I sent that to you guys this weekend and then saw it again, I think, in the Dallas Green Bay. And I'm like, I texted my brother, I text you guys. I'm like, those are not offsetting. Just because it's one penalty for one versus the other, they're not the same. So, okay, I'm done.
Well, it's time to transition into college now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, time to crack open Bulu. Tech 9, Donnie.
Tech 9.
It's a coconut. Do you want to tell him? I'll let you guys tell him.
Hold on.
I'll let Virgil tell him.
This just in: the Red Sox have won Game 1, 3-1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Against the New York Yankees.
Bases loaded, 1 out.
Another.
Well, no, they have bases loaded, nobody out.
Oh, nobody out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And by the way,
But this started because Aaron Boone outthought himself again and pulled Max Fried too early.
yeah. Well,
Max Fried too early. Dude was over 100 pitches.
So what? It's just the playoffs.
You're going to keep him out for the rest of the playoffs if they advance because he threw 147 pitches?
He'll have plenty of time to rest before he has to pitch again in the next round.
well, this is a game I think the Red Sox had to have because Crochet is by far their best pitcher.
Yeah.
Bases. Sorry, Patrick. I was just saying, bases loaded, nobody out. He strikes out Stanton, gets Chisholm to fly out to right, which I thought they would have scored, but I guess Goldschmidt was on third, so he wasn't going to score. And then struck out Wells.
Yeah, that's
struck out Wells to end it. So 1-0 for Boston, Chicago, and Detroit.
Now we switched over to Hunter Green pitching for the.
Yeah.
What's that on?
ESPN.
ESPN had to switch over.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I mean, it literally goes into the next game.
Okay, I see. It just now did. I was a little behind.
So college football, there are just things, like the phrase, there's only certain things in life are death and taxes. Well, there's two other certain things. James Franklin can't win a big game. Kirby Smart can't beat Alabama.
You what?
Kirby Smart can't beat Alabama. Because, man, I was the only person that picked in the group that picked Alabama to beat Georgia because I was confident. The moment they made that a blackout game, I knew it was over.
Even though I wasn't on the show for when you guys did that pick, you were absolutely right that it made me sick to my stomach that I picked Georgia to win that game.
Yeah.
I did it for the competition, not so much for my own personal preference, because I think it's well known how much I detest. And if Sellers is still on here, sorry, my man, still love you, but you know how much I can't stand UGA.
I'm going to use the Eric Profit defense on that. No one saw that game. And yes, I exactly know which game it is. And yeah, no one saw that. So, what do you think is the more disappointing loss? Georgia losing to Alabama or Penn State losing to Oregon the way they did?
Disappointing to who? Like just in the general public?
Okay, let me phrase that. Which is the more, I guess, let's say the
surprising?
Surprising, yes.
I guess for me, Georgia losing to Alabama. Yeah.
To Patrick's point, from a competition level, and Georgia seems to be a better team than Alabama. That surprised me that they lost to Alabama the way Alabama's been. I'm not surprised Oregon beat Penn State because Penn State can't win those games, and Oregon's a better team.
Jeez. That didn't take long.
I was gonna say, good.
That didn't take long.
Otani leadoff home run, Donnie.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
Yeah. Some players just built for the big moment. Yeah. Some players just built for the big moment. Yeah.
He's against Hunter Green of all people. I'd actually disagree. I think Alabama's playing a lot better than they did against Florida State. So I felt like they've been playing the last few years last few weeks they've been playing pretty well. So, I mean, obviously the Penn State, I think they played better against Oregon than I thought. Maybe a lot of people thought they would, but again, they just can't win that big game. But they didn't obviously get blown out or anything, but being at home, you got to win that. Oregon maybe, I mean, they won, but are they maybe not quite as good as we thought they would be?
I had a feeling that was going to be a more defensive style game.
When do they play Ohio State? And if so, do you know when? Oregon, let me pull that up.
I do not think they play Ohio State.
I don't think they do either.
They do not play Ohio State.
I don't think they play them this season.
No.
But the next game, Indiana comes to town.
I don't see Indiana beating Oregon.
That's at Eugene.
Yeah, if it was in Indiana, maybe, but no, I don't think they're going to stand it.
Yeah.
There are other games. They're at Rutgers, then Wisconsin at home, at Iowa, which could be interesting. Minnesota at home, USC at home, and then at Washington, which if they play how they played against Ohio State, could be a little interesting. But Ohio State did pull through in that game.
Yeah,
that's a pretty favorable schedule the rest of the way.
It really is.
Yeah. Well, but the reason that I was not surprised by Penn State is exactly what Virgil said. I mean, James Franklin in a big game. I mean, that's why I wasn't surprised. You're right, Eric. I agree that they played them closer than I thought they would, because I thought that Oregon would win easily, even in State College. But James Franklin just never convinces me in big games. I mean, there's too large of a sample size at this point to suggest otherwise. I mean, maybe one day, I don't know, but I've just never seen it.
To date, I'd say Vanderbilt. However, I have a thought when we make the pick on Thursday.
I have a thought on Vanderbilt too, and that's why I'm going to say Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Has a better season.
Because Indiana had a good season last year, so they're kind of carrying over a little bit.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt's come out of nowhere to do what they're doing.
Well, not
nowhere, but
nowhere.
They're having a way better season this year than they had last year already.
Because are they going to be? I don't know that they're going to be at the same caliber next year once Pavia is gone.
No, to me,
Unless-
Pavia is the reason they are where they are.
Right. And isn't he trying to get one more year out of this thing too?
He said he's done.
Oh, he said he
Okay.
was done? Oh, I thought he was trying to appeal again.
No,
I
I'm
thought he
pretty
was
sure.
too.
No, I think I saw that he said he's finally done.
I thought he was trying to be like a certain Oklahoma State QB.
He had another year, but he did not. He did not.
Alan
partake.
Bowman, dude, that dude could not throw more than 3 yards downfield.
And
We
yet
watched
he's-
him.
Story.
We watched him against KU in person in Stillwater 2 years ago. That was the most brutal. You guys won that game. That was the most brutal. I was like, this guy cannot get the ball more than 5 yards downfield in the air.
I'm telling you, man, that 2023 season was such a sham. It should not have been a Big 12 title. That was not a Big 12 title team.
Isn't that how Mike Gundy got a new contract out of?
That's how he got a new contract.
Well, you had the best running back in the country, and then all of a sudden fell off last year.
Well, see, the funny thing about that is a lot of those defenses were still playing pass because of Presley and Rashad Woods. So they had Gordon just kind of run rampant. There was only 2 teams that realized, hey, we need to go run heavy on these guys that season. That was Central Florida and Texas. 2 of the worst games of that season. So when it kind of spread over after that, that's what kind of happened. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Comparing, I think Indiana's going to have the better season. Both. We will talk about that later. Why I think that, because when we get to the pick for Vanderbilt versus Alabama, I have some opinions on that.
Yeah, for sure. Paulie, that's okay. The Reds are looking for a new fan. Yankees don't deserve you, so you can go.
Yeah.
He said Chisholm has no plate discipline, and Grisham and Stanton got struck out by a 37-year-old who's still throwing 105.
Yeah.
They talked about it earlier in the season. Somebody told him to like spot his fastballs, and he's been a lot better this year, especially as of late. And
Yeah.
he, obviously struggled to load the bases up, but then really clamped down and got the next 3 guys out.
To me, he's the best reliever in baseball this year, bar none. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. I mean, he's been electric. I was like, don't let the playoffs be the one time that you're letting the Yankees load the bases and get a walk-off win on you. I was like, of all times, Aroldis, get one over on your former team, and he did.
What happened to Mason Miller this year?
I think what your point is well taken. I think maybe just because all he throws is that 100. He doesn't spot his fastball. That's all he throws.
I mean, because didn't he get traded over to San Diego?
Yeah, they gave up like as far as prospects go, a king's ransom to get him.
Leo DeVries, amongst others.
Yeah, I mean, what was he, the number 2? I mean, I know prospects are what they are, right? I mean, they may or may not pan out. But isn't he like the number 2 prospect in all of baseball? Or has been. So
check that. Well, I do that.
He was on the MLB pipeline at one point.
Well, I do that. Let me ask this college football question. Out of the 4 Power 4 jobs open right now, which is Arkansas, Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, and UCLA, which is the best out of those 4?
So what is it again? It's Arkansas, Virginia Tech,
Oklahoma State, UCLA.
Oh.
Hunter Green bore down and I got out of it after just one.
I mean, the fact that it was just one, that's out of win.
I mean, UCLA obviously, if being in LA,
it depends on where you want to live. LA would be nice, but I think Virginia Tech's the best one as far as what you could probably accomplish.
Because I feel like that's the lesser of the conferences. I just feel like Arkansas is not ever much of anything in the SEC. Maybe Oklahoma State.
That's why Virginia Tech has a chance to win the ACC, even if it's the lesser conference, because it doesn't have the quote Big Ten or SEC challenges to be.
I don't know.
The bye week this week.
I mean, technically they did. If you saw how Syracuse lost to Duke. But
no, we lost bye week. You saw the teams that we played against, what they did. Clemson lost again on bye week.
So you guys are 1-4 this year.
Open date with a tough opponent this year.
Yeah,
I know.
mean,
Go ahead.
I was saying all of the opponents that whipped us or beat us, 2 struggled, all 3 or 2 lost and 1 struggled to win. All 3 should have lost, and we sat there and just watched teams beat guys that we couldn't beat. So.
Yeah.
So Virginia Tech's going to run the ACC then if they get the.
I mean, Virginia Tech's had success in the ACC. That fan base is phenomenal. That's a great place to play. It's a great place to recruit, and it's a great program.
But have they done anything since Beamer?
After the results from last week and some of the results I've been seeing from this team, I don't even think they're going to be the best team in Virginia.
Not right now, but they have the potential if they get the right coach to be to be back to where they were when Beamer was running through the ACC with it.
Is VCU that good in football?
That's what?
Is VCU that good in football? Is that what you're referencing?
I was talking about Richmond, actually, the Spiders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Shaka Smart's a heck of a football coach.
I hate that bozo.
Who, Shaka?
Yeah, I can't stand him.
I can't imagine
He runs
why.
his mouth too much.
I can't imagine.
That's true.
Shaka.
They had a bit of rivalry when he was.
Don't talk about Shaka Hislop like that.
Hopefully Donnie's fine.
No, I did that.
Okay. I was like, where'd he go?
He didn't like my Shaka joke.
Yeah, when he was with VCU, he had some matchups against Wichita State when they were both pretty good that went back and forth, and I can't. Because so he went to Texas. He's not still at Texas. Where'd he go?
Marquette.
Marquette, that's right.
Phil, thank you for understanding the assignment.
He looks so weird with hair.
Yes.
Just because we weren't used to seeing him with it.
Yeah. Listen, for me, like of the jobs that you talked about, that's a really tough question. But I'd almost go UCLA.
See, UCLA would be like the last to me because you're always going to be in USC's shadow. I feel like you really can't recruit at UCLA.
So you can't get another Cade McNown, is what you're saying?
You can't get another Cade McNown. You can't get another Drew Rosen.
And you'll never get another Mark Harmon.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, to me, it's always – now, I mean, of course, there have been years where they have been better than USC. But
watching too much NCIS, Mayor?
Is that Angie's husband?
Brother.
But USC kind of runs that area, so I think I think that's kind of a hard job, especially.
Yeah, I hate to give Donnie any credit, but I think his question about based on what is important in this scenario. Like, are we talking about purely like what team will be good? Is that what we're going on?
Probably best potential.
The best potential. I think Arkansas has the most potential. Because I only say that because it's been done before. As much as I hate to say it, I don't think I want to go on my own rant about how no interim coach should have as much power as Bobby Petrino does right now. But when he was coach, they have had some winning seasons before. So the last time that they were relevant was when he was coach. As much as I can't stand him, as much as I don't think he deserves another head coaching job.
You hate somebody?
What?
You hate somebody?
Bobby Petrino would be in my tournament. Yes.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Did you like how Notre Dame got the head coach and coordinators fired? That was fun.
That's impressive.
Thanks.
How what?
Notre Dame got the head coach and the coordinators fired.
Yeah, well, and personally, I think when you got an interim coach, that they shouldn't be allowed to clean house. I think that's wrong.
Well, at that point, is that the
Travis Williams did not deserve to, I mean, I understand they gave
But
him.
isn't he the AD?
Is it the coach doing that, or is the AD doing that? Because for Oklahoma State with Grantham, that was
reporter. The reporters made it. I'll put it this way: I don't know is the answer, but the way the report was written, it made it sound like Petrino cleaned house, not the AD. Now, maybe the AD is using Petrino to do that, but I would not be Petrino's ego would not surprise me at all that he did that because he's been angling for this job for a while now. Like that if Sam Pittman was let go, that he made it no bones about it that he wanted that top job.
I know it was just Arkansas, but Notre Dame looked really good. They have the two best running backs in the country who are absolutely dominant against Arkansas. CJ Carr.
Yeah. There's one running back I absolutely love.
That's right. And it's Jadarian Price.
The price is definitely right.
That's right.
No, in all seriousness, Notre Dame looked great. I don't care how poor an Arkansas team is, but to go into Fayetteville and drop 56 on them, I mean,
CJ Carr 4 games in has looked up to the part so far. They play Boise.
He's a freshman, right? Is he true freshman?
Redshirt, but he's never played before. Didn't play last year. They play Boise State at home this weekend. That'll be interesting because we don't usually get to see Boise State play Notre Dame, but they play this weekend. It's 12.5 point.
Yeah. Is that David Carr's son?
Yeah. No, it's Lloyd Carr's grandson, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Legendary Michigan coach, right? Lloyd Carr.
To Phil's comment there, I think that's the scratch and dent cells, what that's called.
Phil, yeah. Is there a free job in the athletic department that goes with it?
What'd you say, Virgil?
Nothing. I messed up. I had the wrong week up. I was about to say they play NC State, but I forgot it.
No, they don't. They play Boise State.
Yeah, 19.5.
Who does?
Oh, really? 19.5? I thought it was only 12.5.
Notre Dame plays Boise this week?
At home, yeah. It's not on the Smurf turf. It's at home in South Bend.
It's not in Jantyland?
Nope.
Okay.
Although he looked better. Did you hear that story where he went back to his stance in college?
Yeah.
And he did a lot better this week.
Yeah, he looked really good this week.
The Bears. So they're like, we need to fix it. And you need to fix your stance. And he wasn't doing good. And then he went back and he had a pretty good. So hopefully, I wouldn't mind seeing him have a little bit of success. My brother's a Raiders guy.
I was going to say the Raiders don't get much. So like Geno hasn't looked the part yet. And
they should have won that game if they didn't have that blocked field goal. Yeah. So they could be 2-2.
Yeah. Have we talked about penalties yet, Eric?
No, you want to? Put me on.
Especially offsetting. That offsetting penalties is off-putting to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
sorry. Go ahead.
Wouldn't you think though, like if it's a 15 versus a 5, they're not the same severity? Okay, Virgil, go ahead. Continue on.
Yeah. By the way, what does Ed get for delay of game? Like, i.e., not showing up, is that like 100-yard penalty?
That's still an ongoing penalty right now.
That is what is it, 15 yards for each 10 minutes, or?
Yeah. See, he wanted to hold off on baseball until he showed up. Maybe.
Yeah, he ain't showing up.
Maybe Wednesday before he shows up.
I was gonna say we'd be talking about the next series at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if they don't win the next game, then we will be talking about the next series without his team.
So a few other points of reference to mention. Patrick, I'm going to have to do this. What LSU Ole Miss?
Listen, I would love to just be completely honest about this. LSU didn't deserve to win the football game.
Before you do that, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Does the Trinidad and Tobago flag scare you?
Looks a lot like a Heisman Trophy.
Ooh. It is kind of nice seeing Mississippi fans wave a flag that's, not the Confederate one for one. So that's kind of a nice change for them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, watching him, I enjoyed watching him play.
He looked great.
He looked great. I like to see.
Yeah. Well, and to see a guy from Ferris State, how can you not cheer for a guy that played for 3 years, not even as a starter for 3 years, but I think he only played 1 year as a starter, but a guy that spent 3 years at Ferris State to come in and not really have the job until Austin Simmons got hurt.
Right.
Because in any other week that they're not playing LSU, I like Ole Miss. I like the way they play football, despite Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss, when a team had to make plays, Ole Miss made plays. LSU did not. And Brian Kelly can dismiss not talking about his offense all he wants in previous weeks, but I mean, there are questions to answer. I mean, I can sit here and make excuses and say Garrett Nussmeier had injuries coming into the season, which he did, among other players, but there's a lot of players carrying injuries. So I'm not going to make that excuse.
It didn't show against Clemson.
You what?
Those injuries did not show up against Clemson.
But even in that game, he wasn't unbelievable. It was more the receivers that were good, more so than just him. But the LSU, the stars of the LSU season, if there are any, has been the defense. So it's a lot like, I mean, in a similar way, it's a lot like the Packers. The defense has been a star for the first few weeks, and then just like the Packers defense didn't show up in the Dallas game, LSU's defense struggled against Ole Miss, particularly in the second half. And but Garrett Nussmeier could not throw the deep ball to save his life. I mean, he underthrew Chris Hilton Jr. at least twice, and they couldn't run the football at all. Ole Miss's that's the best I've seen Ole Miss's defense play all season. For a unit that lost so many players to the NFL last year, so they've kind of had replacement guys. They looked really good, and maybe it's because LSU's offense is that poor, but I also think that Ole Miss's defense punched above their weight.
So with LSU being 4-1,
yeah,
it's kind of a loaded question. Well, not loaded, but you have to think about this. Where do you realistically see them finishing?
I don't see them winning the SEC. I can tell you that for sure. They just don't have because they haven't gotten into the hard part of their schedule yet. With all due respect to Ole Miss,
that's coming up in 2 weeks.
You what?
That's coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and the way Alabama's playing, I don't see them beating Bama. I can see them maybe finishing third in the West, third or fourth.
Joe's like the Johnny of MLB teams and just has a little bit of every college football team that he likes.
I mean, it was already weird enough that he liked LSU along with Patrick, but Penn State? Where's the Penn State come from, Joe?
Look who it is.
Well, isn't he he kind of from the close to that area, isn't he?
Hey.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's true.
How did someone break into the show? I mean,
I didn't
never seen him before.
I own this place.
You what?
Because I own this.
You don't own crap.
Want to bet?
He doesn't own a 1-0 start.
Yeah.
You're right, but I'm still in the playoffs.
That's right. You're MVP. What's he doing? Stay on third base, bum. The pitcher had it in his glove.
Listen.
Man, that was a bad play there.
Listen,
because he's overrated.
I swear.
Says the man whose team is in vacation mode right now.
Yeah.
Okay, no, time out. How do you know? Okay, Ed, how do you know Jolly? Answer this question right now.
I don't know Jolly.
How do you know Jolly?
You were running that burner.
Jolly does not show up until Ed's here.
This happened yesterday.
Like, seriously.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. Listen, either you or Darla are running that account.
I wish it was my wife.
Yeah.
At least I would have her to watch the show.
Hey, was that Jolly or who was it that was supposed to have the date watching the
Polly?
Did he say anything yesterday?
That's happening Thursday.
That's Thursday. Thursday. It didn't happen.
We're going to be Polly's.
He had a personal situation. He had to move it to Thursday.
Polly and Jolly.
Yeah. Jolly, how much is Ed paying you? Because you literally don't interact until Ed's here.
Don't be mad. I hear a lot of.
I mean, Ed's not even here 20 seconds, and Jolly has a comment.
Well, Ed's hardly ever here. Period.
Whoa! I told you guys. I can't disclose
no,
that
we don't want to hear it.
Don't be jelly.
Don't be disclose that information. It's under the table, isn't it, Jolly? It's under the table.
Guys, did we talk already about baseball?
No, we were waiting for you. But
Yeah,
before
it's
that, I
over.
want
You
to- I want
guys
to answer a
moved
question.
on.
Yeah, we
Yankees
already went
suck,
through like
moved
3
on.
segments of it.
All right,
No,
cool.
we haven't done that yet. I'm going to ask you the question that I asked them earlier about college football.
Okay.
Out of these 4 jobs, Arkansas, Oklahoma State,
Go
Virginia
Pokes.
Tech, and UCLA, which is the better job?
Oklahoma State, UCLA, Virginia Tech, and Arkansas.
Yes.
So you got an ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12.
Yes.
The man knows his conferences.
Okay,
Okay, Donnie.
all right, so I would give you, this is how I'm going to put it, okay? And there might be some bias in this, okay, as a Big 10 guy. All right, I would say UCLA first, just because they're in Los Angeles, big name, right? You can start recruiting for that. Okay. What are you guys laughing at?
I just Virgil's face.
I was about to say something. I'm going to wait for him to finish before I
Go ahead, say it.
Do you not feel that USC has pretty much overshadowed UCLA in the recruiting?
100%. I agree with you there. Yes, I agree.
Nobody's ever recruited well at UCLA.
But then that's the thing, though. Like, you as a coach, you'd be like, man.
Not since Troy Aikman.
But you could be the first guy to be like, man, we're Big Ten now. We can be a powerhouse here, right? You can use that, right? Because now you're competing against the Big Ten. You're not competing against, just West Coast teams. You're competing against the Big Ten. So that could give you an opportunity there.
What about Cal, who's not in that same? I mean, they're in California, but not the same area.
Nice campus.
Is it they could have better athletics if they could get to the bookstore quicker? Maybe is there quicker routes to get there?
Cal puts.
Listen, we have prescribed routes to the bookstore. Okay.
Cal puts a premium on education first, right, and then they go after that.
You had to pin down the location.
Yeah.
Here, producer, I'm going to give you one for you. Number 2.
It's called circuitous.
Number 2, I'll give you Oklahoma State.
Go Pokes.
See, that was my I thought, because I think Arkansas.
Yeah.
They're just. I mean, it's SEC, so you would think that would be, but it's just Arkansas.
They're the redheaded stepchild.
If it was maybe in Auburn or something that was open, but it's just Arkansas is just not. These guys said Virginia Tech. I just don't see it because they haven't been good since.
Only one person said Virginia
One
Tech.
person.
Let me guess. The ACC guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he knows his team lost in the bye week. They lost to the bye week this week.
I'm just saying that because they're in the ACC and everybody, likes to point that the ACC is a shit conference, but I think Virginia Tech has always been a successful program until the last few years. And Beamer had a great success with it. That fan base and that atmosphere is better than any of those other schools on game day. And
I disagree.
I think Virginia Tech is where you could be the most successful as a coach because you have a chance to win the conference.
I'm calling this right now. Enter Sandman is not a tradition. It is just a song that they react to. That is the only thing they got.
I'm not talking about the entrance. That they stole that shit.
But that's all that they have.
I'm just talking about the atmosphere overall. There tends to be, in my experience over the years, tends to be a better experience if they're a successful program. Like when Beamer was there, Vic, those guys, that was a tough place to go play. Even after Vic, that has always been a tough place to play.
See,
and I don't see going to UCLA being tough. I don't see going to Stillwater being tough, and I don't see going to.
Whoa.
Have you ever been to T-Boone Pickens Stadium?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna highly disagree with you. Yeah, and I can't. Yeah,
how many teams in the Big 12 fear going there?
It doesn't matter.
Right now, none. But
when they smack those paddles,
Kansas State does.
When you run the table at Oklahoma State, then you will go ahead and guarantee yourself a spot in the playoffs, and then at that point you're going to be like, we're going to run this. Yeah. We're a much better. You're not going to have Virginia Tech go to the playoffs anytime soon, even with the expanded playoff.
And another thing about Virginia Tech, Virgil brought up earlier about when you're at UCLA, you're in USC shadow. When you're at Virginia Tech, you're in Frank Beamer's shadow. And you're
Not so much anymore.
I
I think the other coaches have taken some of that off of there.
When's the last time a team was successful that wasn't Frank Beamer of Virginia Tech?
Oh, there hasn't been, but I'm just saying, I don't think the shadow it looms as large as it once did.
Well, when he's coming to the stadium, to me, it still does. And I'm not saying that's Frank Beamer's fault. He is who he is.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he comes
I'm not
down
blaming
here
him for that. I'm not blaming his actions for that. I'm just saying among the fans,
Man, you guys were fighting.
it's kind of like
he comes down. He comes down here to Columbia, and people go nuts for him down here. And he's just at a Gamecock game because his son coaches them, and people still revere him. I love Frank Beamer. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying his legacy at Virginia Tech would suggest that it's tough to go in there and, be successful because everyone's comparing you fairly or unfairly to Frank Beamer.
Okay, do you want to go be compared to Mike Gundy right now?
Well, first off, they fired Gundy. It's kind of a big difference.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, yeah.
Legacy.
Well, I was going to say, right now, I probably would because people have recency bias and they're not looking at what he's done over 20 years. They're looking at what he's done in the last couple of seasons.
That's what I was just about to say. It's like, listen, let's be honest. Mike, Gundy left a pretty low bar the last couple of years that you can build on that. You're not going to be on his shadow at all.
Ed, I need you to stop pushing this agenda of Gundy to LSU.
Yeah, I need you.
With your burner account.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you are.
Is he saying Louisiana Shreveport? Is that what he's referencing, Virgil?
The Raging Cajun. I would say the Raging Cajun.
When did the Reds get Noelve Marte, and why did he swing out a pitch 12 feet off the plate?
I don't know. That was a bad swing.
Also, did you show Donnie Biggs' comment earlier? He wants to know if you're driving in your Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
no, I'm not driving my Rolls Royce.
Yeah, Donnie, I said nothing.
V12 Rolls Royce. But listen, UCLA, Big 12, and then what were the other two? Is Virginia Tech and Arkansas?
Yeah, Terry said Arkansas is the best job. Tradition, passionate fans, plenty of donor money if they get behind you. Tyson, Walmart, Jerry Jones.
I will concede Arkansas about the donor money. I can definitely see that being.
I would put Arkansas number 3 and then Virginia Tech 4.
I mean, they did pick up in basketball.
Put it this way: if you get 10 wins at one of those teams, where does that put you in the realm of conferences in each of those conferences? So if you had 10 wins your first season at any of those 4 schools, where do you land? Which one lands you at the top of the conference? Which one lands you still in the middle of the conference?
So you're saying that the ACC is shit?
Yeah, I'm saying that's what everybody thinks it is, and I think you still have an easier right now. You still have an easier path to the playoffs in the ACC, regardless of who you are, because nobody gives the ACC any credit, and they don't count on the ACC being very good teams. ACC has more parity top to bottom than any of the other conferences. They just don't have as strong a top or as bad a bottom.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry, man, but the ACC has
that's an easier conference. But it's an easier conference to win. I mean, hell, look, Miami came out of nowhere the last few years. I mean, you have a good season, you can win the ACC. You don't have like the same guys always winning the ACC.
You're talking about the Big 12 who hasn't done shit in years.
Yeah,
that's an easy conference to win.
If you win 10 games of the Big 12, I think you could win it.
Okay.
Personally.
And that's probably true because that's another down conference. But the other ones, you win 10 games at UCLA or you win 10 games at Arkansas, you're not even sniffing the top probably.
But also, we also got to think about it this way, guys. We got to think about it this way. Hold on. So hold on. You got to think about it this way.
I'm sorry, Big 10. They're Big 10. I'm sorry.
So you got to think about these firings right now. The way I look at these firings is like if I'm going to go there as a head coach, I'm going to go there to be there just so I can promote myself to a much better opportunity. So if I'm the head coach and I'm turning around a team like UCLA, if I turn that team around if I bring Oklahoma State back to prominence, then I'm setting myself up for being a head coach for those big schools, the Clemsons
The Kent
or
States.
Kent State is not. Right? Like you got all these bigger schools that are going to want another head coach from someone who's turning around a program such as Oklahoma State, Arkansas. Listen,
So
if
you see
tell me
those
right
as
now,
transitional jobs then?
100%, all four of them.
I'm not going to debate that. Because, I mean, Les Miles went to Oklahoma State for 2 years, and LSU grabbed him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's not out of the realm of possibility. I don't take insult to say that that's a transitional job. I know where Oklahoma State is in the pecking order.
I was just going to say, we know where the pecking order is, and then unfortunately, listen, whether we like it or not, this is where we're at right now in college football. You got the haves and you got the middles, and then you have the have-nots where Kent State lives. In purgatory every day, every year.
I mean, Kent State's the top job in America, right? I mean,
but yeah, that would be my order. And again, let's be honest. Like we all know that is just a transitional period. You'll be there 2-3 years. You turn that program around. You don't have to get them to an undefeated season. You get them to a 2-3 loss, team. Get them to a ball game, win some ball games. Then you're going to be considered one of those head coaches for a much bigger club. Let's say LSU gets rid of Kelly because they're tired of his shit, or Miami, right? Like, I mean, you got these big name schools that are going to want a head coach and turn around programs.
Or
that's where you're at.
Or at least getting a big contract, especially in this era, it's not even about in some cases it's about the quality of the program or like the allure of the program, but it's also big money contracts.
Yeah.
Well, think about, I thought of a name he's in the ACC. He's doing great right now. He's probably going to be, I don't know if the front runner to be in the championship game, but he's got a good chance. Do you see Brent Key staying at Georgia Tech?
No, not what he's doing.
I would only say it's a possibility because of the fact that he went to the school. I'm not saying forever. I don't mean forever, but I could see another year.
I could see him getting a contract extension a couple more years, and then at that point, if he's proven that then he'll go and get another contract somewhere else. But no, I don't see them being there long term.
I mean, unless he's just like knocked out of the, blown out of the water by an offer with a big money offer,
which could potentially happen.
Yeah, which I mean, one of those ones that you can't possibly turn down, right?
Right.
School loyalty can only go so far.
Yeah, and I don't mean forever that he would stay there. I mean, I'm not talking to Mike Gundy 20 years. I don't think that you have that era anymore. He's,
I think those days
are the last of a dying breed.
Yeah. I was just going to say that's a dying breed right
Dabo.
there.
I mean, you've got Dabo and you've got some other guys that, will probably stay, that, that no matter what happens, they can just stay if they want to. But that's not a lot of guys anymore. I mean, like you're on the hot seat pretty easily when you switch schools. Like Brian Kelly's on, if something goes wrong with LSU and it continues, Brian Kelly's on thin ice.
I 100%. You know who's also on thin ice? And then let me ask you this, then Donnie. Let's say that Dabo gets fired, right? Because it could potentially happen, right? The way that the season is going, it could potentially say, Dabo, I understand that you've given all of this in the past, but we're in the present and we're not, even making the expanded playoffs. Dabo could be one of those head coaches that could go to a program such as Oklahoma State, such as Virginia Tech, and turn that program around, right? And say, You see, I told you guys what I can do.
Virgil, do you want Dabo at Oklahoma State?
No, I'm trying not to throw up after hearing that.
But it could happen.
The thing is, if he were to get fired, he would be hired before the sunset. So
yeah, he would absolutely. We're not disagreeing with that.
He would be.
Is on thin ice, Virgil, 24/7. But guys, let's be honest. There's going to be more programs that are going to be looking for head coaches by the end of the year.
Well, I mean, speaking of that, who's next? Like we kind of called the Arkansas one coming next, but could Florida be next?
You see, I'm still banking on Wisconsin.
I think you're right about that. I think
Luke
Fickell is on even thinner ice than you are, Virgil.
Well, the thing with the Gundy firing that I think people are kind
Oh,
of
please
forgetting.
no. Please no.
Johnny, you better calm down with that one. You better
Yeah,
you
please no.
in a second.
I don't need Jordan to be the new LSU head coach.
You could be on thin ice before with comments like that.
You said thin ass?
Listen.
Huh?
Did you just say thin ass?
That's the thin ice. Sorry,
Eric
It
heard
was
it.
not
Eric
ice.
heard it.
It was not ice.
It was ice. I'm
I was
sorry
gonna
that my
say,
thick southern
there was
accent.
some Alabama. There was some Bama twang in there. Apparently,
There's some twang in there, so I apologize.
I apologize.
But
Oh,
going back to the best coaching job, the correct answer is Oklahoma State. I'm surprised no one's mentioned the real reason why.
okay.
It's because no one else has Eskimo Joe's sweet pepper bacon cheese fries.
Slow your roll.
Bro, we were with family, so I didn't get to go over to get some. We'll probably be back soon.
You and Eric promised me some.
They're absolutely delicious. The
Listen,
best.
Am I just gonna have to make a special trip to Oklahoma just to have these fries?
Yes.
I said I will drive you there.
And I'm only 2 hours away,
I
so
will
I'll meet you
happily
there.
take you up on that.
Plus, you can get a free plastic cup. Virgil, how many cups do you have?
Oh gosh,
We have stacks in our cabinet.
You know that like those infomercials where the woman like opens up the cabinets and all the stuff like falls from like there. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man.
Speaking of food, y'all see the Skyline chili ice cream's back?
Oh, Virgil, Ed needs his punishment.
Yes, he does.
I hate you all.
Add that ice cream with it too.
Oh, I'm already working. I'm devising a plan where I'm going to make the
His
chili
IPA.
Well, I know Phil's on here, and he got it last year, and I never got to get a sample of it from him, but it's available again now.
Yeah, well, you're gonna find a way to get it, Donnie. You know a guy.
Well, this game's over.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for them.
Yeah, man. Imagine the Dodgers dominating the Reds. Who saw that coming?
Not me. Have we ever tried gelato? Of course we've tried gelato.
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
Man, Ed, what kind of question is that, man?
Gelato.
Of course I tried
What kind
gelato.
of plant taking that on, man? We leave it
You're
like
going
we
to-
eat
Whatever,
gelato.
whatever that
Stone.
was. Sure, Donnie. Whatever that was.
Donnie's so mad he's glitching out in the system now.
Yeah. Whatever that was. Sure. Whatever you say.
We made him so mad
Sorry.
talking about how the ACC is not good
Yeah.
that he's just glitching.
That's the equivalent of like AZXZVBNM.
Another home run.
So
Sorry. I'm on the interstate, so I'm kind of in and out of places.
Hold on. Let me answer this question real quick since Terry asked. My pick was actually
you're ahead of me, Ed.
Oh,
my pick is
sorry.
actually Texas State's coach, JJ Kenney. I like him a lot more. Eric Morris can probably work. He's not a bad second one, but I kind of like the Texas State coach more for the possible replacement. But the one that a lot of the people, fans that are going for is Zach Robinson, the offensive coordinator for the Falcons, also a former quarterback from Oklahoma State. So that's where a lot of the fans are kind of going with. I'm not against that, considering how.
Do I need to go to Flowery Branch to convince him, Virgil?
I don't think you need to do that. I think he's pretty much convinced already because he was last
Do I need
year.
to go? Do I need to go down the road and yell "Go Pokes"?
You can do that, yeah.
Hey guys, have you thought about this one that we haven't really talked about? Another team that could potentially be looking for a head coach.
I mean, is it about Georgia losing to Alabama? Because I feel it's kind of a bold statement to say.
No, Penn State.
Well, yeah, we talked about Penn State. How about how James Franklin can't win a big game?
He can't. Still to this day cannot. So how long are they going to hold on to him? Right.
I think there's millions of reasons why they hold on to him.
Millions and millions.
Well, I mean, and Virgil will get this, but it's millions of dollars.
Can we not do any more wrestling?
Well,
So
I'm impressed that you knew that was a wrestling reference. Good for you.
You guys mentioned for Jolly that you've tried gelato, but have you actually tried gelato in Italy?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Since you
good.
said I haven't been anywhere, Eric, I actually have been to Italy and tried gelato multiple times.
It's good.
I have
isn't it?
not
It's
been to
it's
Italy.
phenomenal.
Their
Phenomenal.
cannoli, really good.
Yep.
Their pizza. That's basically all I had was prosciutto pizza the entire time I was there.
You too? It's delicious, man.
Shannon had a lot of lasagna, and
Yeah.
and other pasta. I had pretty much prosciutto.
Yeah. I lived off prosciutto and gelato.
I
tried
should
In-N-Out.
not try In-N-Out because when I did, when I had it when I was in California, I got really sick.
Well, listen, I have to thank I have tried In-N-Out burger thanks to someone who just decided to disappear.
I tried In-N-Out in Vegas.
Thanks to one Donnie Wise.
I told them to go ahead and get it before I got out there in April. I was like, I've already been. I don't want to go, so just go ahead and go out there. I got sick when Shannon and I ate it when we were out there 10 years ago, and so
Yeah.
I've not tried
But
it again since.
don't you want to like break that record? Maybe it's good again.
Nah, it's no.
Polly, who sounds like a hater?
Eric.
Probably Eric.
Eric.
Eric sounds like a hater.
That's right. It's my middle name.
Eric the hater.
Well, I was gonna say he's drinking that he's drinking that haterade, right?
Oh, I thought it was Cornelius.
Also,
It
that's
is.
right.
It is. It's Eric Cornelius Prophet.
Also,
Cornelius
Michael.
Prophet.
Michael.
Yeah, it is. ECB.
That's right. Michael, congratulations on the Reds getting the playoffs, but I think this is over. And also Zach Taylor, former Butler Community College quarterback out of Andover, Kansas. Or sorry, El Dorado, Kansas. My fault.
Wait, is that the one that they left in Denver?
They didn't leave him there.
Oh, they actually brought him back to Cincinnati?
Hey, did you guys talk about NFL already?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to know about penalties?
I do not.
By the way, you missed the first Eric rant, by the way.
Oh, God. How good was that?
It was actually very convincing. I'm going to be honest with you. He made a very good point, and I agree with him, honestly.
What fucking world are we saying that both Eric and Patrick are agreeing on something?
Well, Virgil agreed too, and so did Donnie.
Yeah, we all agreed with it.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. You guys will have to tell me later.
Yeah, go back and watch the show.
I will not, but it's
I
okay.
figured. Yeah. But you can check it out on YouTube later. Look
I
at the
will.
replay.
Yeah.
Bye, Donnie.
Clip it up.
I will tell them that they all on thin ice.
Man.
But by the way, we're
Jolly Star Ed Fan
Cleveland
Club,
Browns are
population
starting
1.
quarterback number 58.
Oh,
So-
yes. Yes, and I am very, very happy.
Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I am kind of happy that they're starting Dylan Gabriel. Our season is shit anyways, so might as well just see what the kid has.
That's what I said earlier. And I mean, being honest, I'm intrigued to see how he does.
Me too. Look at Jackson Dart.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about that earlier when you weren't here, because you never show up. But yeah, it was.
Why do I have you guys? Then,
Huh?
if I choose not to show up, which by the way,
you've always had a utilitarian mindset.
I'm at work. I'm missing an event right now, late at night, because I chose to be here with you guys because I like this show. Okay?
Wait, is the Guardians replay on?
No,
Who has the game sound on?
You said you're back. You said you missed a work event.
I was
Was that the Guardians replay?
Oh, I did. I wasn't. I was thinking this asshole.
Yeah.
This
Don't-
asshole calling me out.
don't-
Okay, you see what happens? I was still working during the conference, but you know what? A lot of us decided there was some Cleveland fans here. We're like, hey, let's go watch the game. And I'm like, you know what? We don't have anything to do during this period in the conference. Why don't we go see it? I'm like, absolutely. So I did.
Oh, look. Someone
Were you
values
all-
your time.
Thank
Hey,
you,
Ed.
Dolly.
Ed, are you guys all ex-progressives?
No, some of them are progressive, and then some of them are not.
Okay, because I
That's
thought
me.
you had a lot
Oh,
of
come on,
progressives
Dolly.
that bolted on, so I'll say.
All right, cut that dude out.
No. So,
Wait, when did the Peanuts teacher get on here?
but anyways, listen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
I can't help it. I'm on I-95 headed to Savannah. It's some shit signal down here, so.
I got you. You good.
What's
Listen,
it-
I'm going to show a comment from Canadian Patrick. about what the rant was about, and we'll see what you think of this comment, if you agree or not.
Go
Okay.
visit Grayson Stadium and let Ed know.
Yeah,
Well,
dude,
that
what the
doesn't make
fuck?
sense because that's both defensive penalty. Well, I mean, I guess you can have offensive offsides, but typically offsides is defense.
It's more illegal procedure.
So let's say illegal shift,
Yeah.
5-yard penalty versus a 15-yard roughing the passer. Are those offsetting a 15 versus a 5?
Technically they are, but they
Well, I know
shouldn't.
technically they are.
They shouldn't.
They were exactly. And that's what I was
I don't
saying.
disagree. I
Yeah.
100% agree with you. Yeah.
If it's a 5-yard illegal shift and a 5-yard defensive hold, whatever, those offset.
Okay, cool. Offset.
But if you have something where you're like, oh, sorry, we moved a little, did a little early dance, whatever, versus leveled the quarterback late, those are not offsetting. And
They're
that's
not
what I was
offsetting.
saying.
They should offset only 5 yards and
Yeah.
then move the ball
Well,
10 yards.
My brother said do the difference. Yeah, do like
Yeah, do the
if
difference.
it's
I'm
defense
with that. I'm
15.
with you on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's basically what I was saying. Like, because the games I was watching this weekend, when I text you, I'm like, they called those offsetting. I'm like, those are not offsetting
Remember
penalties.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in a non-football context, that's like you've got two kids. One, yells a cuss word, and the other one punches somebody in the face, and they get the same punishment. So, like, one is obviously more severe than the other.
Donnie,
yet if
are
you're
you
giving
going
the
to
same
tacos and tequila? No? Cool. All right.
Actually, no. We are going to be at the Newberry Oktoberfest on Saturday. So we're going to
Nice.
miss the Tacos and Tequila Festival in the ballpark.
I don't need water in this place. So now that we talked about this, can I tell you guys about my experience as a fan watching the game today?
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it. I had meetings today, so I missed the game.
They made two critical mistakes, in my opinion. They made two critical mistakes. The one where they scored the first run, where the outfielder Rodriguez bobbled the ball. That was big mistake number one, right there. Right, actually three. Because that one right there, if you didn't do that, you would have been able to still keep that runner on base, even if they moved to third. But instead, because you allowed that, then you were allowed the runner to score. So technically would have been tied, and that's my problem with this whole situation, right? Then the big Christmas mishap at first base. Oh my God!
Did they say he's only played there like 7 times this year?
Yeah,
Why would they have him at first? Who's your normal first baseman?
Kyle Manzardo.
And where's he? Is he hurt or what was
He
he?
was
He was
DH.
DHing.
He was
Yeah.
DHing.
Why would you put a guy that's only played
The
like
last
7
couple of
games
weeks
there
they've
at
been
first?
flip-flopping him.
I don't
That
understand
That sounds
that.
like an
in,
Aaron Boone move.
in a big game, why would you not have the better,
I
more experienced
do not
first baseman?
disagree with you there. I completely agree. He did not know where the base was.
Yeah.
When he stepped off from the outside of the base instead of the inside of the base. It was just all bad.
Man, who voted for that?
I don't know. But my biggest mistake, and I know he feels bad about this, the massive blunder running at the bottom of the ninth by Ramirez.
Did he think it was just going to give her the pitcher's head, or
Probably. Like, I mean, I looked at it a bunch of times, and I'm like, man, he doesn't listen. You may not like him, but he's a really smart player, and he doesn't make those kind of mistakes. And
They
for him
said
to
on the
make that-
radio broadcast, because I was out. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was listening to the radio broadcast because I was out working, and on the radio broadcast, they said it looked like he was going on first contact, and so as soon as it was hit, he moved, and then he was kind of caught in no man's land because he couldn't just get back, and they kind of froze him.
It was such.
at that point, I know you're probably still going to be out, but wouldn't you just go home and force the throw home? Maybe they throw it wild. Instead,
I don't
he just
understand
kind of
why you're-
stopped, and then they were able to chase him down.
Yeah.
Right. I think he was waiting to see if it got by the pitcher, and by then it was too late. But if you're down, if you're needing that run, and you're on third base, and there's less than 2 outs, you do not run on first contact.
You do
I don't
not
know
run on first contact. I 100%
I don't care who
agree with
says.
you there.
Yeah.
Unless it's going outside of the infield, you do not run on contact.
And
You
a
make
little
sure it's
shred
out of the infield, or you make sure the throw goes to first before you break for home.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ed, a little shred of hope though going into game 2. Number one, I think you've got the best pitchers going into games 2 and 3.
I agree.
Over the Tigers, and 2, your team didn't give up any earned runs today.
It was mistakes. Yeah, mistakes got them.
So,
that's the whole thing.
So Gavin Williams gave up 2 unearned runs, right? So
yeah,
I know it sucks because it cost you a game, but
yeah, and that's what I was telling a coworker of mine. I'm like, listen, the Tigers needed this win more than the Cleveland Guardians did because they had their best pitcher there in Skubal. And Skubal was dealing. Let's not take anything away from that. That dude was dealing today. Like, I mean, he had 7 strikeouts, I think it was.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most he's had against the Guardians.
He was special today.
But he was still hitting the hundreds in the 7th inning.
101 was like his last one, dude. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I thought the Tigers and Red Sox were in a very similar situation today. They had to have game 1.
Yep, I agree.
Because Boston was throwing out their best in Crochet, and the Tigers were throwing out their best in Skubal.
Yeah, and also let's be honest too. Like, I hate to say this, but like Cleveland is playing with house money at this point. They had less than 7% chance of making the playoffs, and look where they at. Like, I mean, honestly, the Cleveland and Detroit, they match each other really well. They're really well matched teams. So so it's going to be I think it's going to go all 3 with Cleveland winning the last 2. But it's just, I would not be surprised if Detroit wins the series. I'll be the first one to say it. Like, hey, man.
Yeah. Well, if it makes it to game 3, because it's bye tomorrow, right? I mean,
it's bye tomorrow.
But if they force a game 3, who do you throw out if you're the Guardians? Because I can see with the Tigers, I think they're throwing Mize out tomorrow, and then I think Jack Flaherty would be game 3 if that's what happens.
Yeah.
But who do the Guardians throw out? Like that's...
I'm looking. So, probable is Saccone. Okay. Against Flaherty.
Okay. And
Saccone is 7-7 with a 4.3 ERA with 109 strikeouts. So he hasn't been pitching that long with us. So, like, it's been this year. So, I feel good about our pitching. Also, you got to take into consideration they used their 2 best pitchers. They use Skubal, and then they also used their closer, 5 outs. So, like, I mean, he went pretty deep. So, I don't know if they're going to be using him. If they use him tomorrow, they most certainly won't be able to use him in game 3.
I think in the playoffs they might, because I mean, if this is any other game in the regular season, you don't. But I can see it happening here.
But here's the thing, though, like,
celebrity
use the rest
sighting.
of your bullpen. Also,
celebrity sighting, Zach Profit.
That's the thing is like, okay, then what you do, you bring Skubal and you put him in the bullpen to pitch game 3 out of the bullpen.
Well, and I mean, I think it depends on what you get out of Flaherty, right? Zach Profit.
He just got a text from Samantha that says, I can see you on YouTube. So apparently she's watching and can see Zach, but she doesn't comment or say anything to us.
What up, son?
Wow.
We're ordering him a new baseball glove.
Nice. What are we ordering?
Listen, I need some advice on on a new baseball glove. I'm in the market for one. So
is he getting a 44?
Yeah.
I knew he was getting a 4-4.
And see, it has his
Zach?
name. Yeah, has his name on there.
Nice.
But also the purple and orange for the curve.
I like that.
I like that.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
How big is that? Is that 11 1/4? What is it? 12?
No, he's getting 12 1/4.
12 1/4? Okay, that's a good
right
one.
now. 12 and a half. So it's smaller?
I'm trying to get me I might be getting a custom one by the end of the year, but for like an infield. Maybe like a 11 3/4 or 11 and a half.
I need to talk to one of you guys about one of the best ones to get, because I don't need like a top of the line one, but I need a new glove.
I would get a 12 or 13-inch glove. Nothing smaller than that.
Yeah, but it's 4-4 the brand.
4-4 is the brand, yeah. But there's 4-4. You can do a Wilson. You can do a Rawlings. You can do a Rico. Rico is another one that they do some custom stuff. That's some
Wait, like the printer, like the printer people?
No.
Okay.
So there's some cool ones out there.
Yeah, well, I'm going to talk to you offline about that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, listen, hands off to Detroit, man. They did their thing, you know.
Yep. They played.
I'm not mad about it.
Well, I mean, I think it's just, these games today were an example of this is a new season, right? I mean,
Yeah, everybody's 0-0, right?
It's a game of very thin. At this point, they're all good teams. It's a game.
You
of
make
very
the
thin
smallest
margins.
mistakes, and you're gonna pay for it.
Thin margins.
Right.
And
As the Padres, they lost 3-1.
yeah, and yeah, I mean, you know, like one mistake can be a home run that changes the game for you. I mean, or if you don't take advantages of situations that you're given, it comes back to bite you.
Right. So take out the Dodgers and the Reds game right now. Take it out, right? These games have been super close to each other, every single one of them.
They've been great games for the new
Because look at the Red Sox and Yankees. The Red Sox went in there and they had Chapman out there at the last 2 innings, and this dude was dealing 100+ mile an hour. Then
they got the bases loaded. And the Yankees got the bases loaded. Nobody out in the 9th inning.
Something that a lot of people didn't notice is when, especially in the Chapman, right? He was throwing 100. He was placing it up, right, and then he changed the eyesight and then did a changeup at an 84 mile an hour down the middle. Like, I mean, it was nasty.
Yeah. Well, he's got confidence in his pitches.
So dude is, you know, it is funny. It's very funny to see, you know, Chapman going against his whole ball club in the Yankees. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Donnie,
one of those,
sorry.
Well, he's one of those guys that's like, when we had him, why didn't we do everything to fucking keep him all the time? Like, how do you just let that guy go and bounce and bounce and bounce around? Like, what the hell, dude?
Why would you not bring him back?
Yes.
Weren't there like off the field issues that kind of went into that?
Yes.
A little bit. Yes.
Yeah, but you have plenty of Yankees that have off the field issues. So who cares?
You got plenty of people everywhere.
Also, you got Boone, who's one of the worst managers in the majors, and still they find a way to win.
Until he makes a mistake and they can't overcome it.
Well,
Donnie, you can't have Aroldis Chapman when you can have Mark Leiter Jr.
Come on, man.
By the way, look at this thing. Huh? How about that?
That's a nice one.
Clarence, baby.
Yeah, that's the one you got at the local lids, right?
That's the local lids here, yeah.
Yeah. For those that were tuning into yesterday's show, the Break Even Sports Show.
Yeah, baby. Look at that. I look good, don't I? Ooh, baby.
Good. What team is that?
Man, come on. Now you know what the team this is.
Well, tell the listeners.
It's the Asheville Tourists, baby.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and by the way,
I look good.
Can you go ahead and pick up Jolly one too, so that way he can look just like you?
Baby, what's
that? Wait, I'm looking at Jolly right now.
See, I regret full screening that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, guys,
hey, I just want to say to Virgil too, I love your hat. I meant to say that when I got on earlier.
Oh, the Blowfish, that's a legit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one. Talk about the game.
Eric, apparently he doesn't like our hats.
No, I like Eric's too, but Virgil's is, you know, must have a local boys. So
Eric,
you're national champs.
And I was going to say, he still doesn't like my hat.
The national champions, baby. The jumbo shrimp.
Bro, I wish I would have been at that game. That 9th inning was wild.
Fun game to watch.
With the Aviators hit a go-ahead 3-run home run, and then the
I like that
jumbo shrimp as the home team. And everybody's like, well, where were they the home team? Well, it was decided before the season started that the International League was the home team.
Yeah.
But as I told you guys when I showed you that video, the jumbo shrimp bullpen was already out on the field before that ball even landed.
Oh, dude, I saw that video. That was hilarious.
The ball was still going, and they were running out the bullpen to go celebrate.
So I don't know if you guys answered my question that I texted that after you shared that video. It looked like that guy in the patio area got both those home runs. But I couldn't tell if you could tell.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a guy with his family out there in those patios that got the home run before that at the top of the 9th inning. And then I think he was the one that caught he rounded that one up when it landed in the patio as well. Same spot.
Was that a video on TikTok?
I don't know. I don't think it was a TikTok.
No, it wasn't TikTok because it was Eric that put it out there.
I think he shared it. I think it was shared from from the
MILB.
Jumbo or MILB. Yeah, I was gonna say somebody's Twitter account, wasn't it?
Yeah.
MILB, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of MILB, they announced the winner of the alternate logo or alternate identity, and it was
Bullshit.
Oh, see, I was waiting for this, and the Barkensaw Dizzies, which I'm surprised. I mean, I like the reason behind it. I just did not think the logo was really strong
The
enough
logo
for it.
sucked compared to the other ones.
Why
But,
did that one get more votes than some of those others?
because it
This
was
is like the
fan voting.
equivalent. This is like the equivalent of Ed setting up burner accounts like Jolly Gango, and
Bro,
someone
why
set
are
up
you hating? Why are you hating?
someone setting up a bunch of votes to vote for the Barkensaw Dizzies.
Man,
Listen, I love the
listen,
story
I need you to
behind
stop
that
drinking
logo.
that Haterade. That's what I need you to do. Stop drinking the Haterade.
All water, baby.
Yeah,
Anyways,
full of Haterade.
yeah. But I love the story behind, like the companion of the executive for the Travelers.
Yeah, but
But that's a heartwarming story. That shouldn't go into the whole identity itself, because I mean it's not original in terms of like, this is not the first dog logo we've seen. Bowling
and nowhere will be the
Bowling
flag.
Green's done it. Hudson Valley's done it. In fact, they all debuted it within the last 2 years. So
Everybody that voted for that were like, "Oh, look, a dog, vote. I like
Yeah.
dogs, vote."
I don't agree with that logo at all. I don't agree that that was the winner. I wholeheartedly do not think that
what would
should
you
have
have
been.
picked? What would have been your pick? In fact, I would love to know what's everybody's pick. By the way, tell Zach Croppi is my favorite southpaw.
Let me take a look.
Patrick said you're his favorite southpaw.
Thanks, Patrick.
But you didn't get on him for having his worst outing on Sunday. We didn't get to see it because we weren't there, but Samantha was there because she was kind enough to take him, and she got to see his worst outing ever.
Listen, I think he's a great pitcher, and I think he's going to improve.
Virgil, do you got the list of the
Yeah, I can pull that up. I was looking up the other logo refresh we were going to talk about later. So let me find that real quick.
Were you looking at Bodo Glimt results again?
Don't worry about that. Well, I mean, Patrick, since I am single and have too much free time on my hands, that's what I was doing.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, don't think I forgot about that, Donnie.
Awkward.
Oh, I know you didn't.
Awkward.
I had a conversation with Mike Gorell about that today, by the way.
Excuse me.
He loved the look on your Patrick's face.
Okay, so
Can't
It's
believe
like right
you
now.
so the teams that were up for the teams that were nominated, the Asheville Snot Otters.
Can you put it on the screen?
I gotta do everything here. Okay, hold on.
Bro, I don't have access right now. I'm on an iPad, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's an effort for him just to even show up for the show. So
I'm
you
the
can't-
producer. I have to do too much. Like, I'm sorry. Just leave me alone.
I don't want to hear from you today.
Just
today.
produce, man. You got time.
Oh yeah. Ed. By the way, you missed Eric being being told that he was the winner of the picks. And you
Hey, how did you do
Eric,
on those FCS pick, Eric? Can't talk shit anymore about that.
I
Just
can't.
so you know.
Don't worry, he still does. Don't worry.
I probably didn't get him right because I didn't go back to look. He just probably gave them to me as a.
See, can't win with them.
Yeah, I can't outwin with this dude.
Can't win
All
with
right,
these guys.
give us the snot otters.
All right, so here were the choices.
Okay, yeah, you should be good. So yeah, just
That one, no.
I don't hate that one. It's just
Fat
it's not a winner.
donkeys. Come on, fat donkeys.
read-
really?
read 'em-
Donkeys is my
Read them
pick.
off because I'm driving. I can't see. Read them off.
That's a you problem. Binghamton Bathtub Donkeys,
That's who I voted for.
Erie Moon Mammoths,
Yeah, right.
I still like the
The-
bathtub donkeys better.
Jacksonville Honey Drippers,
Come on, the honey drippers. They're all better than that other one.
the New
Except for
Hampshire
this
Space
one.
Potatoes, which was really the red flag that this was going to be a terrible contest.
100%.
And then
Even
Wisconsin-
with purple in it, Virgil hates.
where'd it go? It went away.
Well, it disappeared. It disappeared and went into space, just like because of Virgil's insult.
There we go. And then let me see.
The frozen pizzas.
Wisconsin frozen pizzas.
Yep.
All of these, the majority of these are much better than that dog logo. I'm sorry. They just are.
I mean, your bathtub donkeys, your moon mammoths, and your the Jacksonville honey drippers. That's your top three right there. The others shouldn't have even been in the running.
I agree.
I'm not going to disagree with that list at all.
Nope,
I agree.
Nope, I'm with you.
With that list.
Donnie, let it be known I agreed with you on something.
Thank you.
He's not wrong. Those are good lists that he has.
It's a great list. It's a great list. Like I would give Snot Otters like fourth position, but like the top three is clear.
The one who I thought should have won wasn't even nominated. Because to me, the Locals and the Bennies was the best one because that's a collaboration between two. The fact that that did not get nominated makes no sense to me.
I thought it was an insult that didn't even get nominated.
Right, it should have been on there. There's several. It seems like there was another one. I can't remember what it is now, but I remember seeing the list and thinking there were a couple that I was like, how is this one not on the list or this one not on the list? Because there were some other alternate identities released this year that are better than some of those too.
There were some notable omissions, but the Locals and the Bennies is a great call.
I would have taken out the dog one and put the Bennies in there. Locals and the Bennies.
And I would have taken the space potatoes out and put something else in.
Yeah, the space potatoes, you got me messed up on that one. I'm good.
Well, I don't hate that one. It's not a top one to me.
It's not.
It's not a top one.
Now, would you, Virgil? This question's for you. If you were to take out the space potatoes, would one of the other identities have come from your home team?
No, I thought about that. I mean, if it was between the two, I probably would put white sauce out of the two.
Yeah.
But honestly, the peanut runners from Montgomery would have been on my list.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's fair. Like for me, I know you probably can't do two from two teams, but I also like the spicy meatballs.
Yeah, I think when we first looked at it, that was one I mentioned. But I think
the supper clubbers.
See, I forgot supper clubbers was this
like
year.
The Wisconsin supper clubbers.
Yeah, but did the Wisconsin supper clubbers come out this year, or did it come out like?
No, it came out this year. This year.
Well, wait a minute.
I don't think the supper clubbers came out this season. They came out during the off season.
No. It came out the off season this year. But
that's off season though, right?
But it's still this year.
Okay.
Yeah, they revealed the logo and like leading up to the season, but
you're right.
Yeah, but no, there was a supper clubbers the season before in Green Bay,
right?
With the
That's
Rockers.
what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
So there was a supper clubbers.
Okay.
Yeah, but and we remember the whole beef over that between Green Bay and Beloit. Yeah. Even though Beloit originated even before Green Bay did, it's just Green Bay was the first one to put it on the field.
Well, I mean, you snooze, you lose, right?
Well, in Beloit's defense, it was a candidate for the permanent team name, and so they had a social media account with it before anyone else did. So they created social media accounts for all of the candidates.
What this logo says to me when they won the logo of the year tells me is that this is most certainly a down year in minor league baseball logos for sure.
Well, someone just wanted to say that they were the goodest boy. Because if I saw that once on a minor league team's social media account this year, I saw it 10,000 times.
Yeah, so this year for me was a down year.
Boy, which I love dogs, but I don't need to see everyone.
If there was only some way to put all these logos in a field and pick and see which one would have won. But I don't know. Maybe we'll think of something like that.
Who'd come up with a genius idea like that?
I know. Who come up with
what hit show would come up with great content like that?
I don't know. Maybe I'll make
Are we talking about like a tournament or something?
Maybe a tournament-like field, possibly. I don't know. Yeah. It's a novel concept that may need some work on it.
I like it. I can appreciate it.
And Ed, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Why was the original Oyster Catchers logo not a candidate?
It should have been. I'm with you. I 100%. I think
I mean, that was a jewel. You know, that was a jewel of a choice. But you
it
know,
most certainly was a pearl, wasn't it?
family show, by the way.
It was a pearl.
Yeah, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So another omission I just thought about: Hartford Leaf Peepers.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah,
Like that one.
yeah, Eric.
The River Donkeys. Was
Oh,
another
nice
one?
hat.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Now,
that's the
as far as on-field hats, that's my winner for the season.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
Here's what we should do, and I'm gonna put Virgil on this one.
Yeah, when you said we already know what that meant.
I know. We should rank the hats and logo, not just the logo, but how they look on a hat.
Yeah, and that hat looks good on Eric Profit. I won't even lie, but yeah, Eric. I was telling Ed that one of the other omissions is the original Oyster Catchers logo. You know, why was that not a candidate?
It was a pearl, wasn't it?
I can't remember if I was. Who was I talking to? It may have been you guys or somebody.
Maybe someone clammed up when they brought up the suggestion. I don't know.
I don't remember if it was you guys or somebody I was talking to. The only reason I don't think that Moon Mammoth should have even been in it is just because the basis of how that came about and who started it type of thing. So I don't feel like that. I mean, not saying I'm glad that it didn't win. I'm just saying I don't think that it should have even been nominated in that category.
I thought it was going to win just based on that.
Yeah,
I did too.
Yeah,
That's why I voted Bath Donkeys, because I was like, okay, Moon Mammoth's probably going to win. I want Bath Donkeys to at least get some love, because I thought the Bath Donkeys was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, my favorite shirt that I got this year is, Kiss My Bathtub Donkey. So
see, obviously this is my favorite, which I wish I would have known that this was a thing. I've been to Jacksonville twice, but didn't know that this was a thing until this season. So I never got a honey dripper.
When did you start traveling?
Phil's right. The River Donkeys from Augusta, and even the Raft Riders from Tulsa were better than the dog one.
What about the chicken dancers?
See, was it more the I like the chicken dancers better. Was it more the story behind the Arkansas Dizzies than the logo and stuff itself?
100%. 100%.
See, I'll be honest. I didn't even know the story behind it, because I didn't like that logo. I never paid any attention to that logo.
Yeah.
That's just me. And the booty catchers Phil mentioned, that's not MILB.
No, but
actually, Phil brings up something interesting I wouldn't mind doing.
But a great identity nonetheless.
Absolutely.
Collecting all the teams' alternate identities and see who has the best group.
Azaleas was he's got Azaleas too. Azaleas was another great one.
Azaleas, I remember the hype for Azaleas, how strong that was.
See, I wasn't hyped about Azaleas.
I was. I didn't get one, but I was.
I got one. I got 3930 of that one. I love that hat.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
Yeah. So do I. Yeah. One thing Eric Profit and I have in common, we like the colors of like the different hats.
It was a miss on me. I'm sorry.
Each his own. I got it.
Yeah, to each his own. But I'm just saying, like, did it get to the level that it should have been nominated for logo of the year, alternate logo of the year? I don't think so.
Yeah, not for me either.
Probably an honorable mention.
No, maybe. And I'm just trying to be. Listen, I'm just trying to be honest. Like, I'm just trying to be as harsh as possible, just to make sure that the top logos are make it. And I'm sorry, I still will say it. There's a couple of those that, like the space potatoes and the dog logo, should not be on that finalist at all. Should not.
I agree with you.
Was Rancho Cucamonga barbecue this year?
No,
last year.
Last year.
That's awesome. One I regret that I still have not got. I know, Patrick, you've sent it to me before, and I just never got around to getting it. I really want to get that.
As soon as I saw it hit, be restocked, I even called the team to try to get you one, and they were already out in the store too.
But guys, before we move on to other things, though, there's another minor league logo to talk about, or more of a refresh, see what the Indianapolis Indians have done.
Mm.
Can they at least have something going on that hat, please? There's not enough letters. That's my only criticism.
Let me share my screen for that one.
What year was Phil? The chaquetas was last year as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they brought it back this year, obviously, but the chaquetas. Did I say that right, Ed? Chaquetas?
Yeah, chaquetas.
Chaquetas was originated last year, thanks to Joe Kelly, and then they brought it back this year.
Why are you pitching to him?
They just want to, I don't know, maybe there's a run rule. So this is what their new logo looks like. Here's their other sets here.
For all of the teams in the country, Donnie immediately put this team at the top of his list that he wants us to go to next year just because of this alone.
No.
That's a bad reason.
I didn't put it at the top of the list just because of that. I just thought
that's
this
exactly
was a better choice than what we were thinking of.
No, there's nothing better than, there's no way that this is better than Utah with the mountains and possible snow on the mountains. I know it's a lot with the 4 letters interlocking, but I like the INDY, that middle top.
I like that one a lot.
I don't understand the impulse that's missing basically all the vowels. I don't get that.
I wish I could saying Indy, please. It looks really desperate. Indy,
and
please.
then the the other I for the rest of the logos, I just
that I is a hard miss for me.
I like that I. And I think the Indianapolis wording without the letters, that's a throwback to like the 20s and stuff when they would do stuff like that.
Yeah. Eric, what team does he root for, Major League?
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, like, a Yankees fan would like this.
Oh, you're talking the different sport?
Different sport, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I like the
That's the Wheel of Fortune hat.
I like the Indy with all the interlocking. That's kind of cool to me, but the rest, it's fine. Although, to be fair, I do like it better than their old stuff. Like if you scroll down there, Virgil, I don't. That's just. And then that's the old kind of eye logo.
Go back up. Look at that hat.
See, I like that.
That's good on a hat like that.
That's good. Well, put it this way, I'm glad that's their home hat because that's by far the best one of the group.
It reminds me of the Hungry Mothers.
A little bit.
I can see that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And I loved Paul's comment that when Indianapolis starts the season with St. Paul, it'll be the most interlocking letters combined in 2 teams in a series next year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate it. It gives me like the cowboy style, like lettering. Like if they would have added gold on this, I would have been like, oh, this is straight up Cowboys.
And do we know what studio did this or which designer did this?
I don't.
Because I'll be honest with you, like that.
You know what? I do know.
That Indians word mark there. Does that remind you a little bit?
This is a Dan Simon.
Okay, so Dan Simon did that, but that Indians one looks a little bit like the old Sounds ligature. If you look at the Indians word mark there, it looks a lot like the Sounds.
It does.
I mean, just an observation. So I was wondering, the reason I said that is because I was wondering if the studio that did the Sounds did the Indianapolis Indians one as well.
Can you go back down really quick on the logos, the history of the logos? Right there. I don't know about you, but they should bring that blue one just as an alternate.
Yeah, I've seen that on hat. They've put that on hats.
That one is legit.
Yeah, as long as they don't bring back that middle one.
Yeah, you can keep the middle one out.
Yeah, like
the hat I have for them, I thought was their main logo, but it's not even on here.
The what?
I have to go grab it. The one that Eric was talking about, that the I one.
You talking about the red, white, and blue one with the cursive I?
No, it has the color scheme of this. So I'm gonna go grab it.
Oh, well, it's got the like I know what you're talking about. It's got that. it's basically the one that they used for all their hats, right? I mean,
Right, that one.
Yeah. But overall, I think it's an improvement because I think I was talking about this with another friend of mine, but I think the old logo was dated and they needed to do something to do a refresh. I think it was due. I think the old one, I agree with Eric in that, I like this one a lot better than I like the old logo.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely improvement.
Yeah, I'm never a fan when teams only use navy red and then white, but it fits the type with it fits the legacy teams though, in my opinion.
I wouldn't mind that INDY interlocking on the ice cream helmet.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be asking everyone for one.
Yeah,
Best I
hey
can do
Patrick,
is
can you
the,
get one?
Best I can do is the Indianapolis without all the letters on it.
Indianapolis.
Indy Pal,
please.
I think that's what it calls.
Well, I did go catch a Colts game.
I did have another question, but it looks like we're kind of running low on time, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask what you guys are doing.
Wait, don't we have to pick a
Thursday night?
Oh my gosh, yes we do. I'm sorry.
It's like, slow down.
It's okay. That's what we're here for.
He's like, it's my team. We don't need to pick that.
So you guys got me flustered.
He got 1 week where he wanted somebody else to win, and then he'll be back next week. Watch.
Samantha starts watching, and this is what he does.
It's all falling apart from here. So yeah, I had the spreadsheet up and everything. I just completely ignored it. All right, so we got one football game to pick because the Thursday night college game is terrible.
What is it?
Sam Houston State versus New Mexico State.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah, exactly. So it is 49ers against the Rams. Rams are a 5.5 point favorite over under 47.5 and Los Angeles.
5.5.
Only 5.5. And Los Angeles 57%. For the 49ers, I have no idea who's actually going to be available for this game.
Is Brock Purdy pitching, or he still hurt with the toe?
He's still questionable.
Interesting.
Purdy is questionable. Persall is questionable. Jennings played for a few series, but he's got his bell rung, so he's questionable. The only one that's not is McCaffrey.
That's a surprising one.
Yeah, the world's messed up when McCaffrey's the only one that is actually healthy.
Yeah, give me the Rams, dude. I'm sorry, I cannot pick the 49ers right now.
Okay.
Same. Give me the Rams. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. If you get them in, get them in.
Give me the Rams, please.
Yeah.
The Rams for me as well.
All right, and it's a clean sweep for the Rams.
And New Mexico is the Aggies, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a Hot Wheels fingerboard?
Hot Wheel. I got it today in the event.
Oh,
For all of you that don't know, I work in the insurance business, folks.
You do?
Yeah.
They said you could win a car, and he signed up, and that's what he got.
I won the car.
What kind of policy can you get an umbrella policy for that kind of car?
Well, first of all, do you know what an umbrella policy is?
I do.
Okay, good.
Do you get comprehensive or collision?
Both.
Okay.
You gotta have both, man. Come on now. You trying to trick me here? I'm the one who works in this business, bro.
I ain't tricking nobody.
I did get this cool hat though. Check it out. For free.
I can't see it, but I'm driving, so.
3 pedals, no problem.
That's pretty cool.
Donnie would get that because he's 75 years old.
That's right.
It's actually for my father-in-law, so.
All right.
It'd be even better if it said 2 pedals and a stick.
True. 2 pedals and paddle sticks now.
A tree. Two pedals and the tree. That would be even better.
Yeah. You need a
People
manual
don't know
for
what
that,
the
right?
tree is.
Like I said, Donnie's not really coming in clutch in this situation. So
Oh.
yeah, that's right. I can make manual transition jokes. All right. So Ed, I was gonna ask what you were doing, but your podcast was kind of weird because
Why was that? Tell me, please.
I heard like there was nothing going on. Like it was
It
kind of
was complete silence, wasn't
It was
it?
complete silence, and I thought that maybe you already decided to end the series when I saw the name, and I'm like, well, I guess that didn't last long.
No, I mean, I decided not to just because now here's how this works, right? Now he cannot use that excuse to bitch and moan on every single one of our shows.
He will
about not
anyways.
being on 5 questions. Oh, okay, everybody else gets to be on 5 questions, but not me.
Wow,
I
you
took
sound like
that
Eric.
excuse away from
If
him.
they would have lost the division and not won it, you wouldn't have had him on. But because they won, he's like, I guess I better bring him on now.
I guess they won, right? But
Go figure.
now we take away the excuse and we can't use this anymore. Just like he can't use any other excuses. Why? Because they're getting old. You're beating a dead horse. So we're just moving on. That's
Don't know what
it.
you're talking-
By
don't
the
know
way,
what you're
for the ones
talking
who don't know, on the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast this week, 5 questions. I got not only that, the guy right there or there.
That way.
Yeah,
Or
that's
is it
better.
this way?
No, the other
You're
way.
going the wrong way. That way.
That way.
That way. Yeah.
So yeah, there it is, that guy. So now he cannot bitch. He cannot do anything about not being on the podcast. He will forever shut his mouth about it.
I believe I said on the show that he made my dreams come true. Some people want to go to Disneyland. I just wanted to be on 5 questions.
Yeah, well, it's over now. For all of you
Yeah.
that are interested, everybody, or even on Twitch, guys, I will be more than happy to bring you on the podcast, and then
Yeah.
we'll talk 5 questions.
Have
He wants to bring
Paulie
on people. He wants to bring on people he actually wants to.
Jolly.
Have
Oh no,
Paul-
Polly.
have Paulie and his date on
Oh
together.
my God, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Polly,
Listen,
let's set it up.
Jolly's episode is going to be really quick. You're going to ask the 5 questions, and Ed is going to be the answer to all 5 questions.
Don't be hating. Again,
Be like,
Why
that
baseball?
voice sounds
Ed.
familiar. That voice answering the question sounds awful familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. Ed interviewing himself. Why
Y'all a bunch of
baseball?
haters.
Ed.
Ed.
Y'all bunch of haters. Bunch of haters.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
I noticed that all the other 5 questions have a video format.
It's on there too.
I don't see mine on there. Am I too ugly for this?
Well,
No,
I
I put
watched
yours
yours
on
on
too.
video. I watched yours on video, so that's why I know it's there.
No, yours is on there.
Why does it say "Do not watch" in big letters?
That's a different story.
That's a different story. No, but yes, please check out the 5 questions. I did listen to it the other day, and I definitely enjoyed that one.
I'll probably
Sorry.
listen to that on the way home later this morning.
He's not going to listen to it.
No, he's not.
Eric, what do you got going on at EFA?
Later this morning, we're still at nighttime.
Hey, I'm just getting to work, man. It'll be 5, 6 o'clock in the morning when I get headed home.
Man.
Tomorrow, Johnny and I, Earn Fun Average podcast, we have on Andrew Seymour. He is the GM, also known as the Prime Minister of Fun for the Mississippi Mud Monsters. So check out Andrew Seymour of Mississippi Mud Monsters tomorrow on Earn Fun Average.
Really looking forward to that one. Patrick, are you still on hiatus?
I am.
You need to buy some new hats so you can do a video.
No, I've got plenty of hats I already own where I could do a new video.
Well, you do realize the further you go out, like the bigger expectations people are going to be expecting from this, from the return.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have big expectations. It's just been a personal hiatus.
Donnie, do you have anything going on?
No, I got low-itis, so nothing going on.
Okay. Well, this will conclude tonight's episode. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We talked a lot going on. Next, from Thursday, we'll have our college and NFL previews going on. And Otani just got another home run. Lovely.
And I will be hosting. I will be back on my normal.
Teoscar and Shohei, just don't pitch them anymore.
Just don't. Just don't.
Man.
And Ed will be back hosting. Maybe. We'll see. He said
No,
that.
I will be back because I'm back. Tomorrow, I'm driving back home. Thank God. I want to sleep in my own bed.
Damn, Phil, y'all get a 2-week fall break? I never got 2 weeks off in the fall for school.
We got 2 days.
I know.
I don't remember how long. I don't think I've got that.
Yeah, I didn't when I was in school, but I know like when they instituted fall break at my local school system, it was like a 2-day fall break.
These kids are so soft. 2 weeks.
Well, everybody, enjoy your night.
We're gonna take on the world.